See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Talawa TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Shout Out the Messenger, and you're watching Talawa TV with the host and best. So Davis, take it away.
Welcome back, guys. Good evening, good day, or better yet, happy Easter or happy holidays for those of you celebrating the festive season. Let me know how your Sunday is going. Better yet, let me know how your weekend has been going so far. Finally, we've arrived at the very special show. We've been talking about it for the past few days, and today is that day. The day has finally arrived. Today, we're doing things a little bit more different. Today is our tribute show, tribute conversation for the late great Miss Michelle Ballin there, a trailblazer, a pillar in women's football where Jamaica is concerned. Some of you, I gathered that you've tried to do your own Google research on Miss Ballin there, but you've probably ran into a brick wall, a dead end, because there's very little information out there on the internet. So what I've gone and done is I've gone and got her big brother. And I thought, okay, you guys are special in the comment section. So I went and got her bigger brother. So you have two big brothers here who's going to talk us through the wonderful, the late, great Miss Michelle Ballin. I'm aware that tonight's conversation is probably one that's sensitive and might trigger a few emotions for some of you who are still suffering the loss of your loved ones. So my thoughts and prayers are with you guys as well as my special guests. I see some of you are up and running there with your comments for tonight's special host, special guest, I should say. Huge shouts out there to Mr. Warren Webster. Thoughts and prayers of yourself, Warren, because we know that you recently suffered a loss of your own. So recently, I became friends with someone who you guys are very familiar with on this show. He was basically someone in the comment section, and he became a special guest of my platform. And now he's no longer the special guest. I believe he's the bailiff. So you've got the landlord and the bailiff. And I know you guys are so familiar with his face. If you are new to the platform, I'm going to reintroduce him once more. And he happens to be the big brother of Michelle Ballin there. And it is none other than Mr. Mikey Ballin. How are you, sir?
I am good, doing good this afternoon.
How's the day treating you? How's the Easter Sunday treating you?
Pretty good so far. Did a bunch of cooking this morning and all full and ready for you guys.
Awesome stuff. I know today's a special day for you, so thank you so much for blessing us with a moment of your time, and we definitely appreciate you doing that. And more so, I'm looking forward to diving into Michelle Ballin's history there and finding out all about the great woman herself.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I did say that I have two big brothers here standing side by side representing Miss Michelle Ballin. Someone is about to make their debut on my platform. We shouldn't have seen his face around here before, not unless he has special powers and he's popped up without me realizing. But he's about to make his debut on my platform. And please be kind and warm to Kirk Bryan. Mr. Kirk Bryan, how are you, sir?
I'm doing awesome, man. Just chilling today. Today is a relaxed and blessed day, so
Yeah, I like your shirt. I'm loving the colors.
I had to make sure I wear it to represent, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, man.
that's off the jump. That's telling me that Miss Michelle Ballin, there, the late great Miss Michelle Ballin, was a flamboyant character based off the colors that we're working with tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. She was the type of girl where she when we playing football on the street, she don't play. She play with the guys. She don't.
Yeah,
She's rough and tough. So yeah, she said, "Don't play me soft, you know, because I am playing you soft." Remember that?
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Who was better? Because I don't want to ask Mikey this. So who was the better footballer, Mikey or Michelle?
Well, Mikey was a goalkeeper, you know, so that's what Mike plays still, right, Mike?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, him play good, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, man, and started out a street ball. We used to play a street ball. We would just put two thing in the road and just set some down there, son, with us 6-man pickup, three on each side, and Michelle was always on the road playing from kids growing right up. And it's so funny because we would make a lot of noise late in the night, and the neighbors never mind. You know why? Because their kids was outside there to playing, and them just want to know where the kids were.
Lovely
That's
stuff.
important. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's the role, yeah.
I think the best way to do this, guys, is to go all the way back to basics, starting from the very beginning, which would take us to her parish. So, where was her parish of birth?
St. Andrew.
St. Andrew. Yeah.
Yeah, what was life like for Miss Ballin there growing up in St. Andrew, the young Miss Ballin?
Well, we grew up in Havendale, a middle class neighborhood, so life was very pleasant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you must have overcome a few challenges or a few though, even though you had a pleasant upbringing.
The only challenges were the dogs, you know. There were some very rough dogs in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. True that. Walk around neighborhood and somebody dog jump the fence and rush you. That's the only word. Otherwise, crime wasn't a problem them time. We'll
Yeah.
go all over the place.
Yeah.
Free to roam.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I mean, if you're telling me that dogs used to rush you, then Miss Ballin here, she must have had a good pair of feet on her. She
Oh yeah.
must have been a decent runner.
Yeah, we don't run with both. Move fast.
We were
I
boat
love
before
that.
bolt. We were boat before bolt.
So
I
that
love that. I
we,
absolutely love that. Do you guys remember the first age or her earlier years when she decided to get involved with football?
Well, with Michelle, you know, her three older brothers, well, my younger brother, he didn't really play serious football. He played street football and pickup football. But my older brother and I, we played competitive football. And she was always there, you know. And she always wanted to be. And in our neighborhood, there were mostly boys. There were girls, but most of the kids were boys. And the boys play football. And so she did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting there. Kirk, it looked like you wanted to say something there.
no, I was just saying that, we where the dogs are concerned, we know where the bad dog them is. So we just take our time and just squeeze it down the road and then just go. But back to the football now. Like Mikey was a goalkeeper for a team, Middlebrook in the Middlebrook area, and we used to just play like me personally. I used to just play street ball, meaning that we just pick up from right in the little area and we just get our ball and just play. And Michelle, from a little girl, she would just come out there and just want to play with the big boys too. She don't play and she play rough. She said, "Don't play me soft, because I ain't playing you soft." That type. She was always with the boys. Everywhere the boys are, that's where you find her.
What position did she play in? She sounds like she was a versatile
Yeah,
player.
man. You play any position you put her in. The key is she love football enough that she just want to play. She just want to be out there. So any position you put her in, she play.
I'm going to tell you a story, Crystal.
Yes, go for it.
When Michelle was about 12, so that would put around 1980, around that time. A lot of people thought that Kirk was her real brother, not me. And they also thought that she was a boy because
Physical.
she's because she always wear a hat and she put her in a ponytail and put a ponytail in the hat. So unless you know that she was a girl and that time she wasn't fully developed as a young lady, and where she played, you thought 'cause many of my friends thought that that youth was a boy the way she played. you
She
know,
play.
so,
Yeah.
so a lot of guys who didn't really know who she was thought that she was actually a boy playing.
It's
So
interesting because I'm sorry to cut you off there, Mikey.
yeah,
You're telling me that from an early age of 12 years old, you grew up in a well-kept community there in St. Anne's, and I think the most telling thing from what you've said so far is that, for me, I obviously don't know your family, but they seem to be far from the traditional Jamaican family in the sense that they are willing or were willing to allow their young daughter to go out there and play football. Unfortunately, a lot of young girls haven't, received that level of love and acceptance to go out there and be their unique selves.
I think my family was trusted in the kids around the neighborhood because
Mm,
they all grew up from, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they were like brothers and sisters, all of
mm.
them. So if she was going out to play football, because every day she's in her track bottom, had her football boots on, walking on the street. So if there's a pickup game, she's ready to play.
Who did she
And
support back then? Who was her
who did
team?
she? Well, it has to be Medhaven because that's where she grew up, and I think she went to Meadowbrook High School. So Meadowbrook High School and Medhaven.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know now when myself and Mikey and the guys in the comment section gather to talk about women's football, it's pretty much non-existent in some parts of the world. So, what did football look like for Miss Michelle Ballin back then in
Well,
terms of
she
opportunity?
well, I think that she used to practice with the boys, but she didn't play any competitive game because she was the only girl in my neighborhood I know that played football. There was a young lady up the street, Kirk. Remind me if you remember her name that played cricket. What was her name again? You remember?
Pardon me. Live up
Huh?
the road. She used to live up the road. She used to come down and play us hard too. Whenever she
Yes,
did,
but she was a cricketer more than a footballer.
but she could play.
Yeah, she could play. Yeah, they're the only two that I can think of. But I can't
Yeah.
remember her name. That's a shame.
In those days, not a lot of female used to play football as now. And not
Yeah.
only that, I noticed even when I went down to Jamaica, the place changed. We didn't have so much crime. The kids could roam anywhere they wanted to. The parents would trust because of the fact that all the kids in the neighborhood would gather at Mikey house and would play domino right through the night and we'll go with us, pick up some ball and play on the street. And the parents never complained. With all the noise we make, the parents never complained. And the reason why is because their kids were out there too. And what they want to know is that them kids come out and say, Marlon, come inside, or whatever, versus no kids all over the place and getting a whole heap of trouble. We never used to get in trouble. We just sit down and play
Yeah.
domino till
Or
till or play pick up football or go down bottom field and play with a team or whatever.
well, no,
Mm.
when you say bottom field, you have to say Midhaven football field
Yeah,
because people in
medieval
the chat,
football. Call it
yeah, our nickname for it was bottom field because we're way down by the hill foot, so we called it bottom
Mhm.
field. You had a top field and you had a
yeah.
bottom field. So the bottom field was the main field.
Interesting. So that was her first glimpse of can you call it, what is that? Grassroots football or semi, it
Yep.
can't be semi-pro because obviously it's mixed teams back then, right?
Correct. That's
No,
right.
well, she didn't play on a team. She didn't get to a team till maybe after high school when I
Mm.
was
Yeah.
when I was overseas over here. So I didn't actually get to see her play on a team.
Okay. What were
Yeah.
her high school years like?
Well, I left when she got to second form, so I couldn't tell you about her high school much. But at her high school, they had a football team, but for boys, no girls.
Okay.
Yeah. Very rare in Jamaica you have girl team.
Yeah,
Or,
at that time. At that time.
Back then.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I know we touched on Barry G, our last
Yeah.
broadcast there,
Yeah.
Mikey. How did
Yeah.
that relationship or friendship come about to the point where she was playing football for Barry G?
Kirk may know more than me because Kirk was in Jamaica. At that time, I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell.
Is I left Jamaica in 1990 and moved to the United States. But prior to that, I just heard that she was playing good football, meaning that she stepped up a level. But she got all the basics from playing street ball and playing with the boys and what have you.
Mm.
So after she left now, I was, a couple of years, I would say about 15 years ago. So this is our 13th year since she gone. She called me and that's when I realized that she had cancer and stuff. And I was,
Oh,
wow. And I started talk to her and we started communicate and stuff. And it was kind of sad, but she had good days and bad days and stuff. And then, as you know, time passed. But it was really a traumatic experience to just know that you have somebody so close that you just lost, just like that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah, yeah.
So Kurumi said that Bargy did have a team in the with
80s
ladies
or
80s
90s.
or 90s. Yeah, because she was in the late 80s, early 90s. Because that's when she played for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell if it's late 80s or it's early 90s. I just can't remember when it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So you said that she played for Jamaica, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember that moment? Do you remember, even if it was, just a basic phone call, or how did you find out that she would be playing for Jamaica?
No, well, you know what? She called me and said she's going to Canada to play football for Jamaica. And I said, what? that's well, she that I said, what? And I said, okay. She asked me if I was coming. I think I was playing somewhere in Canada. I said, well, at the short notice, I can't get time off to come because I could drive from New York to Canada. It was playing somewhere at Toronto or Montreal. Don't remember where it was in Canada, but not. It's within 12 hours of New York. Let's put it that way, and that's a drive. So, and like I said, when she went there, they played against Canada and some other teams, and they got really a whopping. So, but remember, I think that was the first Jamaican team. It's not the first, very close to the first team, female team.
Jamaican team.
This is what I mean when I say Trailblazer. I've never come across Miss Michelle Ballin's name there, guys, because data around women's football, you literally have to dig deep inside the earth there to unravel any gems, any details.
And back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was no Google, so and there, so the only GFF, if they keep records, would help you with that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said she took a trip to Canada there, and
right,
didn't work out according to plan. But
No.
I'm sure she must have enjoyed the experience, right?
Yes.
And how did you feel as two big brothers, knowing that your baby sister? Am I right for thinking she's the baby sister of the both of you?
Absolutely. Yep.
How did that make the both of you feel, knowing that she's representing Jamaica at international level?
Yeah. It's really exciting to know that. It's funny. I can tell you a quick story that she and I used to do. So the ice cream truck used to drive, and you could hear the bell, them ringing that bell, and so we used to jump. She and I would run down the truck and jump on the back of it, and so the driver, and when the man see us on there, man go stop the truck. Is a Chinese man, and start cuss, and we jump off, and then run back, and then the truck drive off, and we jump back on again. Just as little kids, just fooling around. That's the type of stuff that Michelle and I used to do. We used to go all over the place. I just walk out the road, see her, and say, "Hey, I'm going around the shop," and she just roll on with us. That's how close we were,
Yeah. Sounds like a warm friendship.
Yeah, man. She come over the house anytime. Our house is always open. Her house, same thing. We just go right over there. If we fall asleep, we just fall asleep right there. That's just how it was. That's how close it was.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. I'm looking at Mikey there as you speak, and he's beaming from ear to ear. I don't think I've ever seen him this happy on my channel. So clearly I need to bring you back again, Kirk.
Yes, because you remember exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, we used to just hang out, and like I say, I always said to my sister, I said, "Boy, Jamaica changing. The things we used to do. I don't see those things. It's not that safe anymore. We would just go say, hey, we're going to go get some bun and cheese down the road. We just start walk, and we just walk up on another group, and then playing football, and we just play for a half hour, and then just do what we're doing and come back home. That's just how we used to roll,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that sounds
exist anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's complete. It's the opposite now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Millie, question here. Tell me, I think it's about 3 or 4 games.
3 to 4 games for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Did she score any assists?
No, wait a second. I didn't even know if she played. I know she was on the team.
Okay.
So I can't guarantee that she played, but I know she was on the team.
Might
More
have
than
to
likely she
check
played.
with JFF for that one. If they have anything in their file there for Michelle Ballin.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, she did represent Jamaica there at the elite level being the international level. Do you remember your parents' reaction when she
my mother was here, my father was there, so I couldn't tell you my father's reaction, but my mother was very happy.
Yeah.
For me, I said, I called my older brother, who has passed away now also. Sorry. And I said to him, can you believe that Michelle met Jamaica team and we never get a chance? So, and him said, what? Because he was a good cricketer. Also a goalkeeper like me. I followed in his footsteps. You know what I mean? So I'm like, whoa. I mean, you wouldn't, and then at football, maybe something else like, netball or, a female sport. I don't do they consider a female sport, like netball, maybe field hockey. She makes us a footballer. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
like, wow.
something that's male dominated. What does
Yeah,
that say about her character? Because you're right. I mean, now it is still male dominated, but obviously we have
yeah.
visible representation in the women's game. Back then it was bleak. So, what does that
Hmm.
tell you about her character? The fact that she managed to not only rough up the boys, play better than them, but also to go on to represent her country.
Yeah, yeah. She was, I mean, I know when I saw her play here in New York, I know she was rough because I seen her play club football and college football here in New York. That's what cause after she represented Jamaica, then she migrated to the U.S. And in playing club football here, she got a scholarship to go to college. So that's how she got into college, a free ride into college. Like most of the girls on the Jamaica team right now, they were in some college team or the other. So
Hmm.
that's how she got her free ride into college.
Okay, she's on a, is that a football scholarship or
Yeah,
athletics
yeah,
scholarship?
yeah. Here in the US, it was a soccer scholarship.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Another proud moment for your family then.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
she ended up being a what do you call it? Physio.
She was a physio.
Mhm.
Yes, that's what she went to school for. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What was that? After graduation or
Yeah.
during?
Yeah. When she graduated, yes,
Okay, where was she a physio?
in Queens, New York.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And how long was she a physio for?
Well, I guess she got the scholarship around 96. She went to school till about 2000, so maybe 9 years, eight,
Nine
9 years.
years as a physio. I take it within sports, right? Is that again within
No, it
football
wasn't
or?
sports. It was the other one, the one when you go to the hospital and you're recovering. That, yeah,
Rehab.
Okay,
Rehab.
yeah, rehab. That's the one.
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful stuff. And so I'm taking it post college graduation, right up until her untimely passing, or did she move on to a different career?
No, she did that. Her two careers, football and that, because she played football up until maybe 3, 4 months before she passed.
Mm-hmm.
She used to play for a little club team here in the Bronx, an Irish team.
Wow.
Irish team. That's what do you call that now? It's, they play football,
They're
soccer.
playing
Sorry.
like grassroots football then.
Right, right. She used to play for Portuguese. That photograph, you put it up, the one where you see in that blue shorts.
Yeah. Let's see if we
She
can
wa-
bring that one up on screen
right.
for
That
you.
one was taken in Portugal when she went with her. She used to play for Portuguese New York team, and
Really?
they went to tour Portugal, like a group, grassroots football. They went to tour Portugal, and that was actually in Portugal. That photograph.
So this looked like it might have been the club attire there then, right?
Right. Yes, that's the club attire. Yeah.
And
So
how
they,
long was that tour for?
maybe a 3 week tour, 2 week tour. They just went to
Wonderful.
play some clubs, not premiership clubs like the big,
Mhm.
maybe grassroots clubs in Portugal.
That's huge then. So was that directly from Canada, you see, from the United States?
Right, because she played for a Portuguese club in the 90s.
Hmm.
And that club, when she was playing for that club, she got her football scholarship to go to University College.
Amazing.
And then
And
when she finished college, she went back and played for them, and they went to Portugal.
did she talk to you about the experience of being over there in Portugal?
Yeah, yeah, she loved it. As
Yeah.
long as she's playing football, she happy. That's it. Her thing,
Yeah.
her thing was football. You know what I mean? She played football day and night.
That's incredible because I didn't even realize that back then in the what is it 80s 90s we had Jamaican women's footballers taking tours across Europe. That's the first time that I'm
No,
hearing
no,
of that.
no. She didn't tour the Jamaican football team in
No,
tour.
I'm saying like as a Jamaican born
Yeah.
woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know that
Matter of
that was
fact,
a thing back then.
there was a next girl on the team. She's from St. Anne. Her name is Sophia. Can't remember her last name. She was on that team too, and she did get a scholarship to the same college too, also because she was very good. She was a dribbler. Oh boy, she could dribble. Yeah, she was. She went on that tour with her too.
Wow, that's magnificent. That's something I was not expecting that. I actually thought when I took a glimpse of that photo that she was just somewhere in Europe or maybe across the pond in the United States just having enjoying her life. But yes, I got one thing right. She was enjoying her life, but she was doing what she loves,
Yeah.
playing football over there in
Mm.
Portugal. Let's just backtrack and perhaps look at things in hindsight. What type of role did someone like Michelle Ballin play in the growth and development of women's football in Jamaica in terms of looking at a player like Miss Ballin and saying, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it too?
Well, I couldn't answer that. You'd have to ask. There was this young lady. Well, she's a big lady now, a woman now. That I think she was the captain. She lives in Florida. Was her close friend. I was trying to see if I could find her number. I
Mm,
think she was the captain of the national team at that time. I met with her a
really?
couple of times. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's been the last time I spoke to her was like the week before Michelle's funeral, or the week after Michelle's funeral. And I haven't spoke to her since, and I couldn't find her number.
Yeah.
And but I couldn't tell you about Michelle and football for the growth of women football in Jamaica because I wasn't there. And she left shortly after she played for Jamaica. But if anybody in the chat or know anybody that played for Barry G Girls or whatever, if they could make some comments, that would be
Hmm.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
sure she must have had little girls in her neighborhood looking at her and thinking, if Michelle
Well,
can do that, so can I.
funny enough, in our neighborhood, um, the girls used to come watch the guys play. I don't used to go watch the girls play.
But surely, if they're, listening to their radio or watching TV, maybe TV, I'm not sure if they showed
No,
women's
but no,
football on
no,
TV back
no.
then,
Those
but
days, no. Those days, no
Those,
football on TV came
radio,
on
if
TV.
you heard that,
No,
oh,
Michelle Ballin is
I
representing
find out.
Jamaica.
no. In the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, I don't think any women football will coming on TV in Jamaica. I doubt if even the Premier League was on TV in Jamaica at
I
that
mean,
time.
I
That's it.
don't know why I made such a
Jamaican Premier League, Jamaican Premier League. I'm talking British Premier League. That's been on
yeah.
TV ever since as a kid. But
Yeah,
Jamaican Premier League, nope. That if maybe 1 and 2 games, but nope.
yeah.
I was
What
Not
about you, Kurt? Do you remember anything in hindsight in terms of how people reacted to Michelle, particularly young girls?
well. I want to tell you, the girls never normally hang out with the boys like oh Michelle hung out with the boys. That I can tell you. So when they see Michelle playing, it take a while for them to realize she's a girl because she play really, really hard. So
Okay,
no,
understood.
she tell me, when I tackling, she said, make sure you tackle hard, because I will put up my elbow and knock you out. I mean, she said, don't play me soft, because I ain't playing you soft. That's the type of girl. And like Mikey said, she always wear like a hat or she have her hair in such a way that it take a while for you to know she's a girl because she don't play like a girl. She
Hmm.
tackle you hard. She will kick away your foot and make you drop on your ass. Easy, easy, easy. She rough. She rough. She keep telling you, say, there's a girl sometimes you ease up. She don't ease up. So she said, don't ease up, because I ain't easing up when I come in.
I love that. A rough tackle, a hard tackle.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
I love that. Ankle breakers. We need someone like that. Oh, it's such a shame. Would love to have had her presence around the
oh,
Reggae Girls. I know that was one thing we touched on with the Reggae Girls, that we want a pit bull in the middle of the park to bite on those ankles. And Miss Ballin there sounds exactly like that pit bull that we're missing at the moment.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
while she was in New York, she played for all the both teams she played for. She actually played center half.
Okay.
Yeah, both teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Rough and tough. If she was with us now, how do you think she would feel when she looks at the growth and development of women's football?
Well, she always look out for women. I can tell you that. You can't say nothing bad about any female around her. So,
I love this lady. It's a shame that she's not here, but I'm a fan of this
and
lady.
there's not a fight that you're going to have that she feels she can't win, whether it's fist or by mouth. So
Yeah, she's in there.
she's in there, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I mean, I have seen her. I will give you a little story. So she went to Meadowbrook High School, and one of the teachers at Meadowbrook High School was a friend of my older brother. They went to Meadowbrook together. And one day him said, Mikey, come here. So what's up? Him said, Mikey, oh, your little sister. So I went, so crabbit. I can't try to remember the exact word him name. Like, it crabbit mean, you know. I said, wow. Him say, you know, say she was at the cafeteria and this guy skipped the line and she kicked with him foot and stand up on. I said, what?
Yeah, man.
So I said, no, man, not my sister. Him said, yeah, man. I said, oh, shit. I said, okay. I said, after about, she said, boy, jump in front of me. Somebody just talk to him, no one here. Somebody just kick with him foot. So that was it. I'm done. That she was in first form. So,
Yeah. Wow, she definitely sounds rough. I don't know what you guys make of Michelle in the comment section, but she sounds rough and tough. If Mikey and Kirk don't mind me saying so.
yeah. And I tell you, when she got older and was living here now, right? And she was dating. So, because me, you know, my sisters are rough as, you know. So every time, you know, it's like somebody should meet somebody and, you know, and she and the guy talking or whatever, she always turn up my house with this guy. So one day I said to her, I said, why you always a turn? What I'm saying? She said, Mike, them men stronger now that when me a little girl, you know. So I have to make sure them know somebody have a big brother. Well, big like you. So that if them try anything, you can deal with them.
Yeah.
I love that. She's a character. I love that. She just wants them to know silently, like I have a big brother Mikey and Kirky. So if you go and do anything wrong, get to the way. I like that.
Yeah. I remember once I was keeping a barbecue at my house, and no, it was a matter of fact, it was my mother's, I think, 70th birthday party or something like that. And she came with this gentleman. And so my older brother was there, I am my younger brother, and we all kind of trapping, you know. So she introduced us to them. I said, you see them? See all them big? And that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
she was a character. Huh? Yeah.
She definitely sounds like a character, full of joy, full of energy, and
Listen,
it's just go on there, Kirk.
any party you keep it and she's there, have to be lively. I'm going to jump off for a second. I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, Kurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. So Michelle was the tomboy that I always see, and I like how she moved because she always smooth with the boys. You know, when I say she always down, anything she get you back. If you in a fight, she in the fight. That's the type of girl she is.
Loyalty.
When her group, yeah, man, she don't play, man. I really miss her. I think about her every now and then. I say, boy, you know, if she was alive today, what would she be doing? You know, sometimes.
What do you miss most about her? I know that's probably a tough question, but
well, you could have talked to her about anything. Just like if you're talking to anybody, she open. You're so close to her. You grew up with her. She was first thing the way how we live in Jamaica. I used to live right on the corner. Mike lived right up the road here. So underneath this tree, we would always go gather underneath there. Domino playing, man smoking, whatever, kids running up and down. And the point is, she's just down with all of us. And 12 o'clock at night on a weekend, 1 o'clock in the morning, she's probably the only girl out there with all the boys. And we're playing domino till 2 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, one of the things that was amazing about our little area is that all the parents, no matter how much noise we make, they'll never ever say a word. The reason why they're not saying it is because their kids are out there and they prefer to know where the kids are. They can just come out and say, Marlon, come inside, dinner time or whatever. They know that Marlon will going to be right on the corner. So everybody in the community was just cool with that. It don't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and we're slamming down dominoes and making noise. In those days, it was cool, you know? So, so I really, when I look back, I visit Jamaica about a couple of years ago. When I look back, the place is totally different, you know, the way it was. We never even worry about crime and we never have those things in our neighborhood in Millbrook. No, not at all. No, when I go back there and look, I say, wow, this really changed. And then it showed me that the time we had was really beautiful. You know what I mean? The time when I grew up there, I tell my son, I said, boy, the things I used to do, I used to all hop truck. You know, the truck that I drive up the hill with a son. half of you and I jump on the back of the truck. I said to my son, if you ever do that route into the other bus, but the point is, you could get away with those things in them days, And
Yeah, yeah,
if you run and jump on the truck, Michelle, run and jump on the truck. Same
yeah,
anything the boys do, she's right there. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
want
man.
to backtrack just a little bit. I don't think I've asked you. Apologies if I'm repeating myself here, but
Yeah.
how did you and Michelle become friends?
Well, I live across the street, from her.
Yeah.
So from I know myself, I walk around, I know the Ballin them, and I said to myself, wow. And then we just click. And my family is in photography, Brian Studio in Jamaica from 1927.
Mm-hmm.
We know the balance. Mike, your father, know my dad and stuff, and them. So from there we just grew up. For as long as I know myself, I had the Ballin them right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So so it's like one little block, and we all every day we outside playing. After once we do finish our homework, boom, straight outside, group of us start play football on the street, and then the big boys them know, cause Mikey a little bit older than me, them would come and them and them group going down to the football field, and then all of us gone down to the football field, and then
Mm-hmm.
we come back, we play a little football. Then we play some domino, and then the mom would come and say, "It's time to come in now, school tomorrow." That type of stuff. So we just that's
Yeah.
up right on a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I allow you to go there, Kurt, because I know you do have a busy evening there ahead of you.
Yeah.
So I'll just borrow maybe one more minute of your time because you've
Yeah.
touched on something that's quite significant there. So I'm guessing it's quite close to home. Is it disheartening when you go back to Jamaica and you see that things and times have changed, but not necessarily for the positive?
Yeah, it kind of remind. In other words, what I see, um, in comparison, I feel when I was in Jamaica, I feel safe. I could go anywhere I want to. All of us, and we never the level of crime that I see now versus there. In them days is totally different. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just said, boy, and I when I go down, the first thing I do is I see it like a native. I don't dress up, carry no woody watch. I don't carry no jewelry, and I look. One thing's about me. I would if I go down, I would take the bus versus drive a car, and
Yeah.
the feeling that it is, I want to feel the people. You understand what I'm saying? I want to feel the people. So I would drive. I would go downtown. Me and my sister would go downtown, and you must see us through the crowd, the market, and we went and buy something. Still, we know what it is, and we just go. And there's no fear because we don't have nothing really. We don't care nothing for nobody to steal. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
like feeling the people when I go down there. But I would tell you that it's a whole different vibes, a whole different breed. I used to all go down on John's Lane, Matches Lane when I used to be down there because my father had a studio down on Duke Street, and the back of it was John's Lane, and
Yeah.
all the people them in them days know me. And I would walk cut through Telaville and go around East Queen Street where the other studio was, and I felt safe. And the other day when I was down there, me and my sister walked down there. When I look at the place, I said, "Wow, it didn't feel like the same thing." But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's still Jamaica in a way. So you just have to just roll with it. In other words, you have to adapt to what it is today. That's how I
Yeah,
see
it's a difficult adapting, that's for sure. Because don't know about you, but when I go home, kind of feel like I'm always having to like watch over my shoulder because you just don't know what's coming for you. I know there are certain things in life that we can't avoid. The inevitable is the inevitable, but it
it.
doesn't feel homely. It just kind of feel like you're always on edge. You want to go out, but you have to pick and choose where you're going, what time you're coming back and so on, which is very different from what your upbringing was like for you
Oh,
and Mikey.
definitely. And one of the things I thought about is I said, boy, I was a press photographer, right? So I used to work for the politician, both sides. So we don't take sides. We just go do the work.
Hmm.
I know every parish, every nook, every cranny in those days. Today, when I go down there and I go and look at the places, the thing that I see is I say, boy, the only way I can see it is say, boy, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer, and the struggle is on. That's what I said. In other words, today I would say, I know I venture off in a different year. I would say the middle class is gone. It's just
Mm.
the rich are the poor, and that's it. You know what I mean? And it's almost it's bad for say it this way, but it's almost like dog eat dog type of deal. And I don't like that. So you have to know when you go there how to balance yourself up and how you move. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And before you go there, I promise you one final question.
No, man,
Why has there been a change for the worse?
what you all right.
In
What I
terms of the not, I think the culture is still there because we're obviously all proud. That's one thing about
yeah,
Jamaicans,
man.
we're proud. But in terms of the environment, where safety, for example, is concerned.
I just feel like when I think about it is if all right, put it this way, in my community where I used to live, there wasn't a lot of crime. Wasn't. I would still have a house down on Meadowbrook Avenue there. And I realized, I'll give you an example, the car park and a man just coming out of the yard and thief out the battery. And there's a man just down the road. So it means that things get so tough that a man willing for the things today that they weren't going to do in those days when we were there. Because it was like everybody pretty much had work. You know what I mean? And things rough. So the point I'm trying to make is the middle class is gone. Them either migrate, you know what I mean? And then what you have now is you have some people now that it's harder for them to survive. And man have to eat food still. At the end of the day, a man hungry. You know, them days there, it wasn't that hungry. You know what I mean? I even was telling somebody, I say, we are walking down on the football field to right, and we are past all a mango tree, bunches of mango hanging over, and we just grab mango and sour sap and sweet sap, and we just eat and we're down. And when I go there, I say, I can't see that anymore. You know, I can't see anymore. So there's a whole different environment is what it really boils down to. Although, and the truth is, when I go down there and I look around and see how people struggling, that's the struggle that I see today, I never see that type of struggle in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like I said, middle class is gone. It's rich or poor. That's it.
I like that. I like the way you've summarized that. Guys, in the comment section, before Mr. Kirk Bryan leaves us, please do fire away any questions that you have for him. Just a gentle reminder, he is one of the loving brother of the late, great Miss Michelle Ballin there, who was a trailblazer, or I should say is a trailblazer for women's football. And we're women's football, we're talking about women's football in the Caribbean, particularly in Jamaica. So please do fire away any questions that you have there for Mr. Bryan before he departs and leaves us. Hopefully it won't be for the last time. Hopefully we've made him feel comfortable and at home, and he'll be back sharing a screen with us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Kirk want to run, go enjoy in Florida with her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, Mikey, you left us there briefly.
Yes.
Malik, I don't know why Malik is asking such a silly question.
What's
Of
the
course,
question?
he's asking Mikey, is it okay for him to jump on? I mean, I pretty much told him he's free to jump on whenever. So
Sure. Yeah.
I definitely don't need to give you a response to that one, Malik. You're always welcome
Yes.
on my platform. So
Yes.
yeah. Grab your gaze and come and join us, and anybody else in the comment section as well. The only rule is to keep it clean, be responsible with your choice of words and your language, because you'd never know who's watching.
Let me tell you something about Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, when she said she going on a vacation with her friends, I think it was Pennsylvania, or yes, Pennsylvania. So I just think, all right, no big deal, la 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 la. So she have a camcorder. In those days, they call it camcorders. You don't have cell phone cameras. You have the big cumbersome thing that you have, whether it's a Kodak or a Sony or a whatever it is. So okay. So when she come back, she said, "I want you to watch something." So she hook it up to the TV. Mr. Michelle, you're a mad woman. She went white water rafting. Mr. Michelle, it's not a black water, it's a white water. You gonna do what white people are doing. That's the rough water riverbed. I said, boy, you're good.
She loved nature. She loved to explore, didn't she?
Listen, man, she had no fear.
No,
I am not doing that.
that's true.
Yeah, you couldn't catch me doing that neither. So like Mikey said, his sister was fearless. There's just certain things that I won't experiment, but clearly she had zero fear there.
I had to remind her. It said white water.
Giveaway, dead giveaway. But yeah, she definitely seemed like the type of person that loved life and wanted to make
Yes.
most of it. And
Yeah.
I'm just
And
hoping that she
I,
did
t-
exactly that.
I tell you, experience I had with her that which was really with that really touched me, and every day I remember it. I remember there's a little park not too far from where I live. It's called the Bronx River Park. It's a river and a little park. That's like the park is about 3 miles long. It's maybe about 100 yards wide, but it's a nice walk if you want to walk. And there's a little incline. I mean, it's like walking up a driveway with a. And she called me. I said, Mike, you have to come get me. I said, why? She said, no. I said, where are you? She said, I'm down by Bronx River Park and I just can't get up the hill. So I said, I mean, the hill is just a small hill. It's not even a hill, it's like a hump. I said, Michelle, what do you mean you can't get up the hill? So when I got there, she sit down and she said, she's been trying to get up there for 40 minutes and she can't. So I had to put her on my back and walk up the
Oh,
hill because she was so weak because she was trying to get strength because, she was battling this thing.
yeah.
And I said to her, I said, boy,
Oh,
I can't believe this.
Mm-hmm.
And she was so small. I mean, you see, she looked kind of. She was about 1/10 her size there at the time, what you see in this photograph. And I always remember that because she has never called me for any help like that before or anything like that. She usually take care of herself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so that I think that picture there is just I think that was after the first surgery because her hair is growing back in that picture because she had actually two surgeries.
mhm.
One like 5 years before and one like five. Yeah, that one's just after the first surgery.
It says a lot that, of all the people to call, she went and called her big brother Mikey to help lift her up, literally give her some uplifting.
But
So that
yeah,
speaks volumes of what she think of you.
well,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm always around. I'm the one to come and I can be her brother one day, and that is cool because I'm my big brother, and the next day I'm my friend. So it depends on the mood she's in.
Mhm.
She'll say, "You can't talk to me that way because you're my brother." And then that's it. Then when she come and ask me questions, I say, "Okay, no, you ever tell me what I am today? Now I'm your friend or your brother?" Because it depends on the answer again. You
It
know what I mean?
depends. Yeah.
What
It
month
Yeah,
is she born in?
yeah, August.
August. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I said, I said,
Um,
I said, oh, so I'm your big brother today. Okay, let me give her brother the advice. If she don't like it, then she goes, you should be my friend today. Then go get her.
yeah.
She was like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. She's
Yeah.
lovely. Again, there, guys. Obviously, like I said earlier on, that today is a sensitive conversation. So if there's any of you that
Oh,
can relate to the subject on hand, particularly surrounding Michelle Ballin's cause of death, my sympathy, I should say, my sympathy, Kirk's sympathy, and also Mikey's sympathy,
mhm.
definitely let rest at your feet. I hope that you're all in good form and try not to be too hard on yourself. And we're all definitely thinking of each and every one of you.
You
Yes.
know what? I'm sorry. Well, I can't be sorry because I was never there. That I didn't get to see her play in Jamaica. Well, I got to see her play here a lot of games here.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was young, when she was playing here, she was like, oh, her 30s, going close to 30, and she was working and all that stuff. But one thing I must tell you, she used to grab my nieces when she's going to play, all of them, pack them up in her little car, and she took them to the games, her games here.
So
So
that
she was
she
trying,
make them play football.
we tried to get them into football.
Lovely. I
Yeah,
love
if
that.
I sent that thing about Sophie. She tried to get Sophie, but Sophie didn't play football. Tried to get her Sophie, the younger sister, no. Tried to get my other niece, no, and my daughter, no. So none of them played, but she tried to get them into it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's how she was.
Yeah.
And when my daughter was playing basketball, she showed up at every game.
Wow.
Even
Very
if she was coming
supportive.
from work and it's 5 minutes left in the game or 1 minute, she would show up. If she was running late, she just come in for that 1 minute and just to show that she was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Represent.
Yeah.
A real family woman.
Yes, because she didn't have any kids for herself, so she
Yeah.
looked out for her. Yeah, and my family is mostly women, So I mean, I grew up around a lot of women. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anyhow, may I get ready for go out our street there? So I'm
Yeah.
another good with you guys, and hopefully I can show up another time. No.
Anytime, as long you have to promise to bring the Florida weather with you, though, Mr. Brian.
Well, why don't you come to Florida and come hang out over here?
If that's an invite, I'll bite
Yeah,
your hand off. I'll tell you that.
yeah, cause you where you are, the sun don't shine that much,
No, no, it does.
My
Very
sister
British, very
says it,
British
and
weather.
yeah, she going Jamaica in August, and I was going to go, but I decided I'm not going to go this year. So
Mhm.
next year I'll see how the economy going and thing, and then we'll go from there. Cause
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll hold you to your words, Mr.
yeah,
Brian.
all right, we'll
Kirk's
talk.
sister,
One
Kirk's
love.
sister
Okay,
lives in
see her.
England. Yeah, one
Yeah,
of his sisters live in
yeah.
England.
Really? Whereabouts? East, south?
Where's she in England proper, Andy? Margaret. I don't know. I've never been there, so I can just tell you that um she live is somewhere in England. Yeah, I don't know exactly where. I think she away from the city, according to her. Yeah.
Maybe
She
in the
bought,
countryside.
yeah, she bought a house in the countryside and things. She work as a nurse.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
big up to your sister there, who lives in England, somewhere in the countryside. Massive big up to yourself. Seems like you're all from a lovely family. Mr. Kirk Brian, thank you so much for blessing us with a moment of your time,
All right.
and I
Well,
hope to see you back on here in the near
well,
future.
all right, cool. Take care, okay?
You're welcome. Enjoy the
All
rest of your
right,
Sunday.
all right, sir. One love.
One
Take care.
love. Yeah.
All right.
So we've got Malik. Malik, I'm waiting on you there. I'm waiting on you to join us. I know you said you wanted to speak to Mikey about Michelle Ballin. That is the sister of Mikey Ballin, and she is a trailblazer of
What was
women's
her
football.
what was her jersey number? I don't remember. That was I don't that was over 20 years ago. I remember her jersey number. Let's go see if I can find. You know what? I have photographs of her with the team, but I didn't want to put ladies on the screen, because
Yeah,
they may not
just
like
in
it. But,
case. Yeah,
right, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was
Privacy
trying to find
reasons.
out. I was trying to find a picture with her in her, full football. What everything she's on is the team picture. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
basically, yeah.
That's
So
responsible of you,
yeah,
Mikey.
yeah. Because some
So
people may
that's
not want to be on electronic
social
media.
media. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's absolutely understandable. And for some people, it's probably triggering seeing
Yes.
their photo, seeing themselves in a photo with Michelle Ballin, considering she's not here with us no more. So that's
Yeah.
the reason why we can't show you guys any team photos there
You
of
know,
Michelle.
the team that she played for last, that Irish team, I remember when she passed. I went to the game, and they know she wasn't feeling well and she was weak, so she couldn't play. So when I went there, I said to her, Michelle passed, and it's like you guys to know the funeral is this time, blah blah blah. And I said, and please to honor Michelle, please just wear your football. I'm gonna say football because we deal with Jamaicans and British people instead of soccer. Wear your football outfit, wear the shorts, wear the boots, wear all that kind of stuff. And that's what I wore to the funeral. Matter of fact, she was buried in a soccer ball, football uniform, football shorts. So we gave
Beautiful.
her
That
football
is.
going. Huh?
Did she have an English team? Let me guess. Is it your team?
I don't. We never talk about English football. No, no,
You
we
know
never
what?
talk about.
She sounds like an intelligent woman, so I don't think she would be supporting your team there, Mikey. I think she probably supports my team. She sounds like an intelligent
If
woman.
I was to think, if I was to pick a team, I would say Spurs.
No, no, no. I said
Because you know
intelligent,
why?
Mikey.
You know why? Because in the early 80s, when Spurs was getting to the FA Cup finals quite a bit,
Yeah.
um, and we used to watch a lot of Spurs
Okay.
on TV. So
Representation in that team
right,
as
so
well.
what? Right, so I would think that plus you had God Brooks on that team, who have
Yeah.
Jamaican heritage, and so if I was to pick a team, we were a lot of Spurs that time, and so I figure Spurs
Okay. Okay.
because
Mikey's
Spurs was
probably
on the TV in Jamaica. I mean, every day.
really.
Almost yes, because they were getting a lot of FA Cup semifinals and finals back in the early 80s, late
So that
70s.
the big team back then.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
Spurs with Huddle and God Brooks and Oswald Ardiles and those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick a little pin in it, guys. I'm gonna bring back Mr. Malik Mills. You're definitely familiar with Malik Mills there if you've been tuning into my channel over the last couple of days. Mr. Mills, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing today?
Great, great, wonderful. I know you said you wanted to speak to Mikey to ask him about his beloved sister. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and fire away.
All right. Well, first, I just want to say from listening to you and Mr. Cook talk, it sounded like your sister was like a player. And, like if she played today, probably Bunny would have a spot in the starting 11, and and she sounded like she was a big role model, for a lot of the with the older generation and the younger players of her time and stuff like that.
Like she was um she was strong on female rights and
Mhm.
whatever a female can do, um whatever a male can do, sorry, a female can do too. There's not a mango tree in our community that she don't climb. I
Mhm. So
mean,
also.
if the boys can climb it, she's
Mhm.
going to climb it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
like Kirk said, there is. I mean, if you didn't know she was a girl,
Mhm.
you would think you would. I mean, because if she's fighting like a man. She ain't fighting like a girl. I'll tell you that much. And we had
Mhm.
a couple of fights. I mean, I'm like 8 years, 6, 7 years older than her. She want to fight me, so I'm telling you, she's feisty. So yeah, yeah. You say something she don't like, you know
Mhm.
about it. Yeah, she'll be on you like she be on you so fast. You would. I tell you, once I was playing a little pickup game at the field, and this guy tackled me hard, and I tackled him back hard, and he tackled me hard, and I tackled him back. But he didn't like the second tackle I gave him, so he decided to try and fight.
Mhm.
And my friend had to hold off my sister, my younger sister. Now, at that time, like maybe 19, 20, maybe. So therefore, she's
Mhm.
like 13. She coming to fight with this big man.
She's
Yeah,
literally a baby.
yeah, she's coming to fight him. Help me fight him. Yeah, I mean, that's
Oh
how she
wow,
was.
loyalty.
No, she's just love a fight. That's all I can say. Like Kirk said. I mean, she was. I mean, nothing stop her.
Oh wow, it's
Eh?
it, it's incredible because
She
you
look
know
kind of
had
she look kind of innocent in those photographs, doesn't she?
yeah, she does look. I mean, I'm not sure if I should believe you there, Mikey, because if I bring up one of her pictures, she looked like she wouldn't hurt a fly, Mikey. I'm not
Hmm.
sure if I should believe you.
And if she can't beat you with her fist, her mouth, when she beat you with her mouth, you're gone. Eh?
I like her. Like I
Huh?
said, it's a shame that she's no longer with us. But I definitely like what I'm hearing about Miss Michelle Ballin there. It's crazy because like I was saying before there, had I not come across Mikey Ballin, I would not have even known about or have had a authentic understanding there of women's football back in the 80s to the 90s where Jamaica is concerned. The fact that a few of them had the opportunity to travel overseas, countries like Portugal, who Mikey named his sister went over to Portugal there with her team, and also to take it one step further to play at an international level. These type of stuff you don't usually find them out in the open. So thank you to Mikey for sharing that lovely bit of information there with us.
And it's what happened also. Back in the late 80s, early 90s. She used to tell me that there's a lot of good players in Jamaica, but you'll find two in St. Andrew, two in St. James, two in St. Thomas, two here, two there. So they didn't get a chance. Whoa, don't go away. They didn't get a chance to even have club teams until Barry G and a couple other teams, like a couple other teams are there. But they're always good. But like you have one good girl on in one parish or two, three, but if they didn't come to Kingston to a team. I think all the key teams in the early 80s, I mean the late 80s, early 90s was in Kingston. Somebody could prove me wrong there too. So if you're living in Montego Bay, you have to travel all the way to Kingston to play a game. You know what I mean?
So
But
Kingston
now,
Hub.
huh? Yeah,
Kingston
Kingston is
was
the hub.
the hub.
Oh, it's the hub, yeah. You know, and I think maybe, maybe it's even my sister inspired maybe even to have a female football team, because maybe if it eventually got a female team too. Where that's after she left. There was a female team in the 2000s. Medhaven had a female soccer team, football team in the 2000s,
In the early
which was
millennium.
right, yeah, right. So
Magnificent stuff.
yeah, so I mean, it was a growing star that I had to cut off in for a couple of years somewhere. I don't know where it got cut off or whatever because wasn't paying attention that much. But yeah, sorry that happened. But no, it's back. So and it's good.
So she
But
definitely, I know I asked you it earlier on and you
it,
gave a fair answer, but I think it's pretty much based off what you've said about your sister and, playing from grassroots, going on to the international scenes. It will be crazy to not believe that Michelle Ballin indeed is a trailblazer and most certainly must have, along with her teammates, inspire little Jamaican young girls.
Yeah, maybe. I wasn't there, so I don't want to answer that question. I wasn't there around what I know here in New York, where when she was playing for the Portuguese club, it's the Yonkers Portuguese club. They
Mhm.
had a lot of young girls, and when they were playing, they all were there supporting. So in that way, yes, over here she did help with some of the young girls over here. Yeah.
Okay, so she inspired young girls in
Ma- mm,
U.S. soil. Then
Yes, yes.
wonderful.
Because because when they went to play this tournament in New Jersey, um, and the games were 20-minute games because it was a knockout tournament. It was like a 2-day tournament, so the games were like 20 minutes. So you had to go on the attack immediately, and they saw her and this other girl, Jamaican girl named Sophia. There was about 4 girls from her team who got scholarships to go to college over there in New Jersey
Mhm.
from just playing in that tournament. I guess the scouts were there. I don't. And when you remember when she went to college, now she was about close to 25 because she went in the mid 90s, so she was close to 25, 26 when she started college. So she played her college soccer, and when other girls are leaving, but because she came to the U.S. in the early 90s and not in the 80s, maybe she came in the 80s, she would have started earlier.
It's interesting. That is you guys. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's learning something, not just about the late great Miss Michelle Ballin, but also about Jamaican football, where the women's game is concerned in its early years and the opportunities that presented itself back then. Yeah, there's quite a lot there to take in on Michelle Ballin. Don't know about you, Malik, but what have you made of what you've learned so far where Michelle is concerned?
Well, I learned that Michelle Ballin, should have a statue somewhere out front of the National Stadium. Or where in St. Andrews are y'all from again?
Mikey?
Huh? We're from San Andrew, Havendale.
I was somewhere in Havendale of
Well,
her
Malik, I
of
must
her
say that
tackling somebody.
yeah, yeah. Midhaven don't even no longer even have a team anymore. It's defunct. Let's put it that way. From about maybe 2010 or 11 or something like that.
Mm.
Okay,
So
and I
the
wanted to
his
ask you something.
yeah
Did when you and Michelle was growing up, did
yeah
y'all ever when y'all was playing pickup games or street football, did y'all ever play on opposite teams?
no, because Michelle was at a different age group than me.
Okay.
No, so like Kirk said, like when they're playing and the older boys, which mean me, you know, I put on my practice gears or get ready to go practice down at the field, what we call bottom field, which is the main field. They will follow us to watch us practice,
Okay.
and also I will let it known on this channel that I'm also a big organizer. because Medhaven Football Club started by three people: myself, Michael Deitch, Christopher Hunt, when we were about 14, 15.
14, 15. Mikey, you kept that one quiet.
Well, if you Google Medieval Football Club, you're going to see a name: Christopher Hunt, Michael Deitch, and George Ballin, that's my correct name. Mike is my nickname. That's also new to you guys. My name is George, first name. Everybody call me Mikey. Nowhere on my birth certificate. Don't know why I got that name, but I got it, so I kept it.
Just Jamaicans for you.
Right. So if you look at Medieval Football Club, you see those three names, and we were 14, 15-year-olds when we started the club.
14,
And it went off from
15-year-olds.
Playing President's Cup, which is under 17 competition.
I'm actually, some of you in the comment section are probably like in maybe a bit of disbelief there. I tell you, when Mikey comes around, it's like, you know what? He's not the bailiff no more. He's the teacher, because whenever he comes around, we're always learning something.
And there are some people on the chat may know heard of David Wagga Hunt.
Yeah.
So he was the coach. He's Christopher Hunt's older brother.
So this one was founded in 1977, right?
Yep, by 3, yeah.
I can't believe this. I'm going to bring it up for you guys on the screen. I say I can't believe it's only because I'm like shocked that it's a bunch of 14-year-olds boys who started the
14 and 15-year-olds.
Yeah, it says that the club was founded in March 1977 by a group of 15-year-old youngsters from the Meadowbrook community, led by Michael Deitch. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yep.
Christopher Hunt and George Ballin there, and we've got another guy, Gary Stedman as well.
Yes. Yep.
Wow. And we've got a mention there of David Hunt.
Gary and I are the goalkeepers, and Michael and Christopher midfielders.
From the Havendale community, and so it was Meadowbrook and Havendale community.
Right. So what happened? We started Meadowbrook United, but then they changed it to Medhaven to join the two communities.
Interesting.
So Medhaven mean Meadowbrook, Haven mean Havendale.
So what made you guys start off this football club? That's impressive. How do you even start a football club?
No. What happened was, when we were like, 12, 11, 12, probably we were 10, we're playing football. We used to go play against teams like Mona and other teams, but we just play as we didn't have a coach. We just picked 14, 15 of us go and play. And we used to take bus and go play. And then eventually, one day we said, let's get together and get a real team. We need a team with a coach. And the biggest problem was the coach, because we wanted the right coach. Some people didn't want, and we end up with David and Wagga Hunt. And he ended up coaching Jamaica under 17 team, the first Jamaican team to defeat a US team in football. He was the head coach at the time. They were 2-0 down with 10 minutes to go, and they won 3-2. People can look at it, and people said that Tapper was the first Jamaican coach to beat the USA. No. National team, yes. First coach to beat the USA in any form of competition, David Hunt. Medhaven. And we hired him. I hired him. I gave him his start. May he rest in peace. He passed away in 2007, if I'm corrected. And he's also the one why you see Mr. Butler, Craig Butler, is the way he is, very disciplined, because David was very disciplined. Are you talking about Craig Butler? You should get Craig on your show and ask him much time Michelle kick with him foot.
I don't want to rattle Mr. Butler, I don't want to rattle him to say, I heard Michelle Ballin kick with your foot enough time. I don't want to rattle him. So I don't know if he's going to agree or disagree with what you've said.
They're the same age, Same age. They're the same age.
They're the same age?
Yes.
Magnificent stuff. Magnificent stuff. I know Warren, big up yourself, Warren. Definite thoughts are with you today as well, Warren. Warren is tuning in and seems like he's enjoying the show. I don't know what you guys make of Mikey's suggestion there, but let me know in the comment section. Based on what Mikey has just commented on, guys. What I'll
Yeah.
put back
So
over to you, Mikey.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'm an organizer. I started a club. You know, always supported them. Did what I could from over here for them. You know what I mean? Couple players. I mean, in my age group, I had only one player ever made the national team from my age group, which is a gentleman by the name of Albert Ashley. Some people may know him as Johnny Pecker. And he ended up playing for Seba in Montego Bay. He left Media and went to Seba in Montego Bay. That's when he got his chance for Jamaica. But we're all the same age group. And there's many that came after me that played for Jamaica. So, but I wouldn't know their names. National team, that is.
Yeah, yeah. See, like you might have something there in common with Warren because he
Mm,
shares the same name as you. He's
yeah,
called George as well.
yeah,
So you both have something there in
yeah.
common aside from your love for the reggae girls and the reggae boys. So, Mikey, it seems obviously, based off what you've told me, you come from a sporting family. I think it's safe to say a sporting family. Did
Yes.
not know that you, at such a tender age, started a football club in Jamaica. You definitely kept that one quiet. Also, your sister is a trailblazer where women's football is concerned on our home soil. And you can probably extend that across the Caribbean where there is representation, there's bound to be inspiration to go with it. And also gathered from previous conversation that your daughter played, I do say, guys, played basketball as well. So you
Yes.
clearly come from a sporting family.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
And your brother, you said you had another brother that played cricket as well, right?
Cricket and football. Yeah.
Cricket and football. So there you go, guys. It's
Yeah.
definitely a sporting family. If you guys have any questions there from
And
Mikey
for, and
today,
for those and for those in the Manchester area, he played for Kirkline also, football
yeah,
club in Manchester.
all over the Ballin. That Ballin sounds like a big name, guys. That what a name. I mean, you can't be called Ballin and not pick up some sort of sports. It wouldn't do the name justice. So the Ballins definitely take that name serious. They took that one to heart and pick up sports across the board. You guys in the comment section, if you have any question there for Mikey, the brother of the late great Michelle Ballin, who is a trailblazer for women's football, please do fire away from and ask Mikey any questions that you
And
got with.
I, I must also say that with Christopher Hunt, he still have a foundation right now that he has that since his brother passed
Mm-hmm.
that helps Calabar and Kingston College, which is high schools. For people
Yes,
who don't know,
yeah.
you have the David Hunt Foundation, which he gives about 1 million Jamaican dollars to each school every year.
Wow. Very
Wow.
And
generous.
this is for because this is for because his brother coached Calabar High School to the last time they won Manning Cup,
Mm-hmm.
the Manning Cup football in the Kingston area. So and he went to Kingston College. So when you have somebody from Kingston College coaching Calabar, you know that is something special. That never usually that doesn't happen very often. Calabar guys don't coach Kingston College, and Kingston College guys don't usually coach Calabar.
So
So
Mikey been
huh?
sitting on a lot. Mikey's been hiding a lot of gems away
Information.
from us guys. Key,
So
key.
they yeah,
It's like if you want to keep give him a secret, if there's anyone to give a secret to, clearly it's Mikey.
So that, and if if you look it up, the David Hunt, I think the David Hunt, David Walker Hunt Foundation, I think it is.
Yeah.
It just last month or 2 months ago, they just gave a lot. They gave out scholarships every year to kids, players from kids from Calabar and Casey. Don't quote me $1 million every year, but I know they give money every year. Could be, I'm not involved in it that much, but Chris is. Chris lives in D.C., Washington D.C.
Okay.
Or Maryland. Sorry.
Supporting from a distance then.
Well, he goes it every year. Well, apart since COVID, they didn't have it. Every year they have the KC Calabar game opening season opener in Jamaica. And the last actual time I played football, I played for Medhaven over 50. That photograph I sent you, is me in the goalkeeper uniform. That was about 10 years ago. That was about 10 years ago. I played for Medhaven over 50 team.
Wonderful stuff.
I know less than maybe 8 years ago. I think it was 2014. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't proof. That was just in the last decade, people. I know it sounds like it was a while. It was a while ago, but it was just
Yeah.
step into the last decade. So, guys, before we shift the conversation and touch on a few of the women's football results for this week, this weekend, I should say, or particularly better yet, I should say for today, because we already discussed yesterday's weekend of action and their results. Before we change the subject, shift the subject, I know this conversation, this broadcast is drawing to an end. So before we do that, if you guys have any questions there for Mikey or Malik, do fire away in the comment section. Warren Webster says, what do we need to do to improve women's football locally? I think that's a fabulous question.
Start the competition. Start the competition first.
Get started.
Get started. Even no, Jamaica have over 100 high schools that girls go to, or pretty close to that, and only 8 schools are playing in the Jamaica female high school football competition. That is not good. So we need to start. The JFF need to, and ISA, which is the Independent Schools, whatever it is, association, secondary school association. They need to start getting schools to get ready for the next season and start getting the girls out, getting them playing.
And something.
I know also with the boys, not a lot of the boys team, a lot of teams didn't play this year in the boys football competition also. I know that too. So but we need to get the football up and running. JFF need to invest or have they try and get their act together, get them act straight. Where the corporate Jamaica can trust them. See, trust is a big thing because nobody going to trust you. Nobody going to give you anything unless they trust you. And if there's no trust, no money coming. So to where they can even build 4 fields, that's 4 good fields, one in every county. So one would be in Cornwall, one would be in Surrey, one would be in Kingston and St. Andrew, and one would be in Middlesex. So I just want to use Kingston St. Andrew as one county because such a big population. And then you have one, and all the games will be played on proper fields. And then we can expand from there, maybe 3-4 years with the 4 more fields somewhere else, and put nice stands, nice changing rooms, nice rooms so the ladies they need to go to the wash. So everybody feel comfortable, both spectators and players. That's what we need to do.
I think if we're going to be doing anything from with regards to that building from the ground up, we definitely need to have the right persons on board, footballing people as well as business-minded people, so that we do not fall short of whatever aims and objectives we set aside. If not, it will just be a bit more like, dare I call it, improvisation. I think that's what we see going on with football across the professional level, where the international teams are concerned, so both the men's team and the women's team. A little bit of improvisation going on there. No real strategic plan, unless you're leaving it down to individuals in the men's and women's team.
It's a shame that people have the idea that the JFF, or a lot of people have ideas that the JFF management or hierarchy, they all takers. I can't say that because I don't know for sure. I have never seen it. I don't know. I'm on the outside, so I can't say yes or no.
Yeah.
But when people think that that's what's happening, even although it's not happening, you have to change it and show them that it's not happening.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're trying hard enough to change it.
Yeah.
So for me, if they wanted the JFF a favor, the current people that's running the JFF should just resign and get a new election and get some fresh people in there. And hopefully these people can keep everything up and up where people can trust them.
Trust is a big thing. Trust is a
first impressions is what goes a long way. And the impression that the JFF have people have of the JFF right now, that people are there now, is not good. Even although there may be good people there,
Yeah.
in every organization you have bad and good people. You have people who's willing to work for the football, and you have people who's willing to work for themselves and then pocket. No, I don't have that. So what they have to do is just clean house. Even the good people have to go. So that is the good will suffer for the bad.
Yeah,
And get
unfortunately.
and get the fresh people, you know. You get fresh people in, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely, with all due respect, trust is a huge thing, as Mikey touched on there. But just to echo what he's already stated, trust is a big thing, not just in your personal life, be it friendship, family, relationship, but also in your working life. Nobody's going to buy into a business that has its roof that needs to be fixed, and water is coming through from the top. There needs to be plumbing done and so on. Wires need to be seen by an electrician and so on. There needs to be trust there. The trust needs to be bulletproof. Needs to be a rock solid plan, a plan that people can believe in. And one way of having people believe in whatever plan you have in whatever plan you're working on, or whatever plan you're trying to develop, you definitely have to have transparency. So everything needs to be transparent, and that goes hand in hand when you're looking at trust.
Be-
You
Because
can't
yeah,
trust without transparency.
yeah, it's just like just when the boys were playing. First time said them broke 1 week. The next week them have enough money to buy a rental private jet. This is like double talk, back and forth. It's that they have money, you don't. You know what I mean? Unless you won the lotto 2 days after they say you're broke.
Mm.
So nobody knows what's going on in there, and they say it's a public organization. You can go look in them books, maybe, I don't know, but we need to get fresh people. I'm not saying everybody at JFF is bad. I'm not saying everybody at JFF is good. I'm just saying you have a stain on the GFF right now, especially this year and last year. And the stain is getting louder and louder. Don't even bother run for re-election, friend. If you love Jamaican football and you love your country, just say, you know what, make a next set of man take it over, or preferably female, take it over. and, and I will just go from there. And then people come on board. You know what I mean? But just but they make everything just look so difficult.
And the best people to take over the JFF, I feel, would be the Marleys.
I listen. I
To
just want some good people who will think put Jamaica first, put the national team first. Because you know what happened. The football team. If the football team plays well, both teams, no, all 6 teams, because it's 6 teams them have, or maybe even more, because we even have under 14 teams. So let's them have 10 teams, national teams, 5 female, 5 males. If they do well, it
mm,
improves tourism. It improves the life of so many other players that play in the Premiership in Jamaica, because they're going to get looks from clubs all over the world. Not all
mhm,
of them will get contracts, but many will.
mhm,
And that will improve their families,
mhm.
and everything is just point up. But the GFF keep on saying today I have money, tomorrow I don't, and the cloud and the stain that's on it because of all what's going on the outside with the football players saying one man I call tell Low says that a party shop them a run or
Mhm.
whatever. That don't call for. You know,
Mhm.
so and it just look bad. It just look bad. And every football player I see come on these platforms, every ex-football player, the same problem was going on in 1990 is the same
Mhm.
problem going on in 2022. So
Mhm.
that's 32 years of different regimes going through. So there's something wrong when you have clubs, presidents of clubs become presidents of the JFF. Get an independent person who has nothing to do with any club No club whatsoever run the thing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can disagree with you there with regards to an independent person coming through. I'm assuming you're talking about the next
Yes,
president, right? So if that's the
right.
case, then
Yeah,
obviously that casts aside any possibility conflict of interest. So I
but
think that's what Mikey was touching on there.
yeah,
And
and
I just want. Oh,
I
go ahead,
think
Mikey.
I think FIFA wants it to be some club member to be a president, somebody who affiliated with a club. I don't know if that's the way it's in England. Who's the president of England FA? Is it a club? Somebody who owns a club or a member of a club or something like that?
I
Do
don't
you know,
even
Crystal?
follow England FA for obvious reasons, Mikey, but I
Yeah,
can.
but yeah, fine. That's a good thing to think about because if it's a private person's running it, I mean, to me, it's a business. You know, you get a business person to run it who know business, who's looking to make profit.
Hmm.
If I was running JFF, I could turn JFF into profitable, and I'm no smart guy. It don't take. I mean, you have a star like Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey's shirt should be in every sports store and every toy shop in Jamaica. Bunny Shaw, big star, the leading goal scorer ever for Jamaica, and she going to score 100 goals before she retire. Her sports, her top number. She always wear number 11. I never see her without number 11 on her back. That should be in every sports store and every gift shop in from Negril to Port Antonio. And every one of those shirts sold, whether you're selling them for $40 US or whatever, GFF should get a percentage of that. The store got to make the money, the manufacturer, the t-shirt will make the money, and GFF, everybody get a cut. And that's how you make money. You understand me? Uh, GFF, I went to national, the last time I went to National Stadium was 2019. I think it was 2019. They played at what they call it, the National League game. What they call it now? Caribbean Champ, whatever the Nation League. I saw the game against excuse me, against Cayman. I went to the stadium. They didn't have any concession stands. It's private people that sell food. No, that's not how you make money. JFF supposed to control the stands, control that. That's where the money is. When you go to if you go to a Nick game, first of all, them search your bag. You can't carry no water inside the arena. No liquid.
That with no football club in England, no professional football.
Right. So when you go, a buckle, 16-ounce buckle of water costs $6. You understand me? $6 for a bottle of water that them pay. You get 36 for $5. And them I sell one for $6. After them sell one bottle, them finish a whole case. They make profit already, $1 for a whole case. I mean, that's how you make money. The concession, the way when you go to parking is like $10. They own the parking too. The JFF will get money from the parking.
I think
JFF down a sense,
the
man.
parking might appeal to them because exactly, they would match day revenue
Of course, yeah.
make money on match day.
But guess what? No, they have the time to print proper tickets for the parking, and because you always have a scammer. There's going to be a scammer there trying to tell you someone sell a ticket for parking, which is nothing. You understand me? But yeah, you control all the parking. Everything selling on the stadium compound is JFF getting a cut out of everything. There's nothing that can be sold. If somebody's coming here to sell patty, let's say Tasties are juicy patty or mothers want to sell patty. Every patty them sell, JFF get a cut. That's how it works. That's how these clubs in America make money. And England and Europe. That's how they make money.
Yeah, because I remember the time I took my dad to go see the New York Giants
Yeah.
versus the now Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
It was like, for like just for parking, you had to pay what, $60, 60, eighty
US
dollars.
for
Yeah,
parking.
60, 80. Yes, yes, alone just for the parking, with the ticket being $230 something dollars. You had to pay $80. So you basically paid $300 for everything. And that's all going to the team, and half going to the NFL,
Yeah.
but most of it's going to the team. So if the JFF could do something like that, imagine how much money the JFF would be making. 'Cause I don't know how big the National Stadium parking lot is.
It's pretty big. It's big enough.
You guys can
Uh,
see that on the screen, right?
Yes.
So just to answer your question there, Prince William became the president of the FA in the 2006. So this will explain why he's always at every, from what I can remember, every
Mm.
cup final, every FA Cup final there, where the trophy
Okay.
is concerned and so on.
No, but the
Very
FA is different from the Football
interesting.
Federation, right? Is the FA the same thing as Football Federation?
They have association. The FA is the association.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, football
So
association.
get a private person to run it. Yeah, okay, look at this now. I want to tell you something, right? You have Jamaica Professional Football League, which is the JPL, right?
mhm.
And somebody's running that. Let's watch and see if the Jamaica Professional Football League not going to be richer than the JFF. In 10 years, I bet you any money they're richer than the JFF. Because they have more sponsors than JFF right now. And they just started, what, last year or this year? Last year? That's terrible. When if you're the JFA, you go to Sandals, you go to Couples, you go to Rio, you go to all these hotels, big hotels. I said, listen, we're going to put your name on our jersey. How much you will, and we're going to charge you every game. You send us a 10 grand because we put your name on our jersey or whatever.
Yeah, sleeve sponsors and stuff like that.
Yes! You will get the right sleeve, and Merck and Airline get the left sleeve, or some other person get the left. Somebody get the back, somebody get the front. So by the time you finish, you collect everywhere. They don't do those things.
But if you notice, the JFF don't even most of their deals that the JFF does, they don't even broker really a lot of their own deals. It's like what is it, a Belgium company that brokers a lot of their deals, like how it's supposedly they supposed to sometime soon or whenever get a new kit with Adidas.
Yeah,
Some Belgium person brokered that deal
yeah,
that really owns the name of the Reggae Boys.
yeah. They
Yeah,
have to get their act together. They have to get that. They have to get their act together
like that's
because
another. Oh, go ahead.
because right now there's when the JFF shouldn't have to complain that they have problems getting play. If every player coming from overseas must fly first class, they should have enough money to do that without a doubt. But they got to take over whenever you have a game at the stadium or Sabina Park or the field or the place, the sports complex in Montego Bay. They
Mm.
have to sell the Pepsi, they have to sell the beer, they have to sell the patties, they have to sell everything, and everything belongs to them. So you're going to have people you hire part time, and these are the same thing they do here. The people, the staff at these games, they only hire them for the day of the game. They said
Mm.
you work for us tonight, you're getting $100 or whatever it is,
I
and
mean,
then no, eh?
J Russ has touched on a good point. I think
Yeah,
adding to this, J Russ, I have to look into this because I don't know if they can do much in terms of shirt sponsor. Just adding to what J Russ has said in terms of shirt sponsor, I don't know if they can do much at international level in terms of the sleeve sponsors because we know
well,
they can do it with club football.
yeah, well, they can do it with the board behind the back where you see the sponsors, right? The
Yeah,
board and at
yeah,
the press
yeah,
conference, they can put the name there.
yeah. They
So,
can, yeah,
right,
definitely
because the
on
press
like
conference is about 15 minutes. Each
yeah.
coach is about 15 minutes. So
They
they
could do
have,
with branding as well, match day branding around the stadium.
yeah,
Yeah, they could definitely look into that. So
yeah.
that's an option. Warren Webster is saying Mikey for marketing team. If that's the case, then Mikey should definitely
Them
hold
not, not
a
them not hire me because my mouth too sharp. So my mouth too sharp.
well, yeah. So I think the shirt spot the sleeve sponsor would suit the club teams more, and then in terms of sponsorship, you can look at board sponsorship. When you got like around the stadium, you can have
But
your
yeah,
additional sponsors.
yeah. But even they can't get the sleeve sponsorship. Okay, if they get this new deal, supposed to be with Adidas or Adidas, whatever you want to pronounce it.
Adidas.
Yes,
How do you guys
Adidas.
pronounce it across the pond?
Eh?
How do you
We
guys?
say I think they say here Adidas
Then we say Adidas.
or Adidas. Depends
Yeah.
on who. Some people say Adidas, some people say Adidas. So
I
yeah,
love the difference in pronunciation.
yeah.
Always make me laugh.
So so um so if they can't get the thing on the shirts, right? Then
Mhm.
when they make the deal with a new kit manufacturer, they tell us the deal should be we need to get names on the like you know you have staple players on each team. Like you have Bunny Shaw, right? She's a staple player. So therefore, instead of having only 1 to 20, the Jamaica team only has 1 to 23 on their shirts, right? But the US and other teams goes up to like 37 because every time a player comes, he wears the same number. Check it out. You never if number 10, let's say what's the name of the guy play with Chelsea play for US name again?
Pulisic.
Right. Let's say his number is number 10. When he's not playing, nobody wears that number. You notice that?
Yeah, it's a different level of professionalism, different setup, isn't it?
Right. So therefore the person that replaces him may wear number 27.
Yeah.
So when you're selling his shirt is always number 10. So like when Bailey wasn't playing in the first couple of games and he's number 7, nobody should wear number 7. Kemar Roof wear number 7, I think. He should get number like 27 or 24, 25 or whatever it was. So therefore when he's selling Bailey shirt, it's always Bailey's number 7.
Hmm. Yeah, that's definitely something that they need to like iron out whatever the issue is with regards
Right.
to putting players' name on the back of their jerseys, because particularly when it comes to, I'm not just going to say women's football, but just Jamaican football at the international level. If you want the nation to buy into it, if
Yeah.
somebody's watching a game of football, be it the men's team or the women's team, and they don't know the names of the players, they're going to lose interest. Automatic interest is
Right.
just gone.
And if you're a kid growing up, young, and you just start watching football, and let's say you like Bailey, he's number 7, but you don't know his name, and we just know, oh, he's a number 7 is good. Because when I was young, I never know players there. I just said number 7 is good. Then
Yeah.
the next week you come, you say, but number 7 don't look good today because somebody's wearing number 7 jersey.
Yeah, you're confused. It
You're
confuses
confused.
the younger set of people.
Exactly. So
Yes.
what you should do if you have certain players get certain numbers, and then when that player can't make it because of injury or whatever, him get a different number like 27, 28, 29. That's why some clubs have up to 43
Mm-hmm.
because they're selling the shirts and they're selling the name of the person whose name is on the back of the shirt.
But it's
Yeah.
something. But it's something I would like to say. Like, okay, in let's say for instance, college football, right? American football, right? You got schools like Notre Dame and Penn State, who their players does not have their name on the back of the jersey, and the reason why is because that player, if that player was great, they retired their number, but the reason why they don't have the names on the back of their jersey is because they saying that your name is really not important. It's bigger than just you. It's about the team. So I mean, you should keep the one player with the one number, not having multiple players wearing it. But with the name on the back of the jersey, I don't really see that as a big issue
Yeah,
because
it is a big issue because what happened is that at a professional level or international level, if I want a Leon Bailey jersey to buy or a
mm,
Bunny Shaw's, and today I see somebody's wearing number 11 for Bunny Shaw, I'm
mm.
upset because I am going supporting Bunny, but that person shouldn't be wearing number 11 because
Yeah, but
that's Bunny Shaw. When Bunny Shaw retire,
mm,
then somebody is getting number 11.
mm.
Then yeah, you understand me?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they should just
Or
wear the
or the
same
next year,
number.
the next
Mm,
season, like this World Cup campaign,
mm.
Leon Bailey should be the only person wearing number 7. Next
Yeah,
World Cup campaign,
mm,
if Leon Bailey move to number 10, then somebody can get number 7. And why they make you change your number is a promotion, is a businessman thing where okay, Leon Bailey was still in number 7 last year and the
mm,
year before. We're going to give number 17 now. So
mm,
everybody who have a number 7 shirt, when put on that shirt and start wearing by number 17. So you gonna end up with a number 17, number 7 shirt.
mm.
That's what happens. So you can sell more shirts that way. That's all. That's that's business. You just playing the game, you know what I mean? And the next 2 years from now, you give number 27.
Mm-hmm.
And people start buying. Look at Michael Jordan when he left Chicago Bulls and went to what was Washington, right?
Yes.
He wear number 45.
Mm-hmm.
Look what's number 45 shirt sold. Because now he's no longer number 23.
Mm-hmm.
You know, change the number. More
Mm-hmm.
money, more things sell.
We even saw it there with the late great Kobe as well. Kobe number change as well,
He
right?
did.
Yes, we went
Yes,
from 8 to 24. But
right.
Mr. Rick, Mr. Oh my God, I can't believe I just forgot Mr. Ballin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying I was in agreement with you on a one player win the number, but I was just saying that the name is bigger than the name. It's about
I know.
the
No, the
team.
re no,
Cause if you, what?
no, the reason we want the name because when somebody go into the stadium and they have number 7, Leon Bailey, it make him
Mm-hmm.
feel good about himself. It does a better feeling because it has a Leon Bailey name on it. And when you have the and what also you can give the player incentive because if you sell let's say 50,000 Liam Bailey shirts, you
Mm-hmm.
can say, boy, a Liam Bailey shirt is a big seller. So because it's Liam Bailey. And let's say you have like Michael Antonio, his shirts is not selling. You say, well, Michael, your shirt not selling. What if I take it off of the market or whatever? It just better when you have the person name on the back because some
Mm-hmm.
people come to watch Liam Bailey, some people come to watch this person, some people come to watch that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for me, if I was going to the female game, I'm going to see Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
So I want number 20.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You understand?
you know who number I
You want
want.
no? Yeah, I know you want.
I don't have a clue who he would put on his back. You might need to remind me.
God bless the God
She
bless the
scored this
president.
weekend. She scored this weekend.
Oh dear God, you do make me laugh.
That
But
the I just want to say this before we go to the next subject. I just want everybody to know by default the president is Talawa TV's favorite player for the Reggae Girlz by default. She's
oh,
Yeah,
she is our sponsor for this
yeah,
for
Krista.
the show.
I was thinking about going to Mexico. If all the games are playing, I gotta figure if all the games are playing at one stadium.
yeah, you're going to Mexico?
No, no. I said if all the games are playing at one stadium, not too far, or stadiums are not too far apart,
Yeah.
I may just take a trip.
Okay.
But it has to be if they're going to play like one stadium here and then the next stadium 200 miles away. Then no, I don't think I can manage that.
I hope it's in one stadium. Would love to see you in Mexico there, watching the Reggae
Yeah,
Girls.
I think I'll take a trip to go see.
I would
But
It'll
love.
be
so I'm going to ask you this question now. So where can I go get a Reggae Girls jersey? Number 20 from.
I can actually send you a I can send you a
Send me
link.
the link.
Yeah, I can send you a link.
So
Website link that is.
so is the Reggae Girls jersey the same as the Reggae Boys jersey?
Mikey, you're gonna get me Bringle now. Mikey's gonna
I
get
just
me
I
Bringle.
want asking you the
Um,
question. I'm asking you the
I
question.
think you know the answer to that one. So I'm gonna actually
So you're for the Reggae Boys jersey, I might.
that's why you're bringing it up. I actually Mikey's gonna make me get Bringle, guys. He knows how to draw me out. I give him that. So I'm gonna bring up something for you guys there. Hopefully I can click on it and see. Can you guys see my screen?
no, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let me just do a quick
And,
refresh. I think I have to stop sharing and then see if I can zoom in.
and Mr.
Perfect.
Mikey,
Yeah.
Crystal need to laugh as much as possible today because I know half of her is happy, but the other half of her is like very upset and sad and sitting in the dark corner. So make sure we make her
Well,
laugh much as
did Arsenal
possible.
lose this weekend?
I mean, I only support the Reggae Girls. I don't know why you guys keep painting me as an Arsenal supporter. Behave yourselves, guys. Support the Reggae Girls and the Reggae Girls
Oh,
only. I don't
oh,
know.
so when
Maybe
the last I saw the Arsenal when Thierry was playing, huh?
the who?
When Henry was playing, because you're a wagonist. Just the last, I think they won, right? That was a
Look at this,
long
guys.
time ago. That's a
They're
long
ganging up
time
on me,
ago.
and I'm happy that there's some peace in the comment section. Good night, Miss Rochelle Brown. Better late than never. How is your Sunday treating you? As you can see, the guys are ganging up on me. So if you want to join us on live stream, you're more than welcome to. Rochelle. more than welcome to join us on live
Let's
stream whenever.
let's let's action. What happened at 7? Well, what time? What time was it? Whatever 6 hours is at 7. Whatever 6 hours was from 7:30 a.m. over here. This action what happened. In the FA Cup game.
She's
This
a nice
happened.
person, so she's not gonna
What
be on you
happened? What
guys'
happened?
side.
The FA, the two Reggae Girls won in the FA Cup game, as far as I know. So
Yeah,
they're playing
If
each
you've
other.
been following my show, not my show, my Instagram and my Twitter there, then yeah, you would have seen the latest update. I'm gonna
So who you supporting now in the Reggae Girls clash whenever the finals is next week?
you know what? I honestly don't care who wins because it's a win-win. It's a
So
win-win.
so if I know they have to be a winner.
There
So
definitely will be a winner.
if both girls score, that you'll be happy, huh?
I'll be delighted if both of them get their names on the score sheet. It's a bit like the League Cup final, the cup final a couple weeks back. I was actually at that game. It was Drew Spence and Chelsea versus Bunny. Obviously, Bunny. That's when Bunny won her first trophy for
Hmm.
Manchester.
And it's them again.
And there's them again, and I sat in the stands quite comfortably, just cheering on both teams. It was a weird feeling, but I was happy because I'm looking at the Chelsea fans and I'm thinking you might be miserable at the end. And I looked at the Man City fans, I'm like, you might be miserable at the end, but me, I was
Ah,
happy with either result.
okay.
well, I need Chelsea to win.
I'm gonna try and see if I can get to that game as well. Because I did go to the other cup finals. So I'm gonna try and get myself down to that game as well. Mikey asked me a really important question. So yeah, Rochelle, whenever you feel comfortable to join us, even if it is tonight, whenever you feel comfortable. Let me just stop my shared screen
Come
option.
on, Rochelle. Let's have couples now. We have already have two gentlemen on this against one lady, so even it
Yeah,
out.
you're ganging up on me, Rochelle. So if you want to come on, you can just click that link there. That's only if you want to come on,
Come
or
on,
whenever in
Rochelle.
the future, you're more than welcome to
Come on, Rochelle. Let's go.
with the team.
Yes, yes,
I'm
Rochelle.
tired.
Come
I'm
on.
tired of looking at Malik. Let's go, Rochelle.
Malik, see why you should always back me? You see how your uncle do you in front of people? I wouldn't do you like that, Malik.
Well, I can't really support a broken cannon because the broken cannon
Damn.
won't fire when I need it.
Wow.
And
Her.
then I keep forgetting who Mikey team is because for whatever reason I know they're not in the top half of any table somewhere. So
Wow. Wow.
Man, yo,
Mikey, he's killing us tonight.
you know what Malik let's tell me? Man who live in glass house so shouldn't throw stones.
Mikey's killing us tonight. Rochelle says she can't make it tonight, but will be on soon. Rochelle, we're gonna hold you to your words there. Hope you don't shy away in the comment section now that you've given us your words.
Yes.
We'll be
We're
keeping
gonna
an eye.
hold you to it. Every night I come on, I'm going to say, where's Rochelle? Where's
Where's
RB?
where's Rochelle? Yeah, RB.
Yeah, where's
Where's
RB?
RB? I like that. Rochelle, you got yourself a nickname already. Okay, so Mikey knows how to draw me out. Mikey said what's on the back of the Reggae Girlz jersey because he apparently wants to buy a Reggae Girlz jersey. And he knows very well why he asked me that. I'm going to turn on my shade screen. This is the jersey. You can see over here, it clearly says Jamaica women's home jersey. And
It says it?
it says Reggae Boys on the back there. So although it's the women's jersey, for some reason, I don't know whose smart idea it was. You can see if I zoom out.
So when the girls are playing, they're actually boys.
I don't think yeah, I don't think the girls official jersey says boys on the back, but I mean even my jerseys here, if I take off my shade screen, even my jerseys, this says Reggae Boys on the back.
But it should
The
say
one
reggae.
says Reggae Boys on the
They
back.
should get. It should say Reggae Girls. I mean that's not right.
It should
And
say, and that's
I,
why I don't want to buy the new ones because I never knew that's what it said on the back of these. Otherwise, I would have just said no. It should be a generic jersey, one that fits all, one that works for the men's team and
yeah.
the male's team. Even if it's
I
a bespoke fit,
but listen, is just a machine that types that prints or embroid that Reggae Girls in. So if you take out the boys, leave reggae, and just and put girls, slap the girls instead of boys. It's the same
The
amount
thing
of
is,
ink.
Mikey, it shouldn't even say that because I don't see England doing three lions, three lionesses. You come up with ideas that isn't needed. Whoever came up with that idea, you should go and sit and face the wall. You should be in timeout because that is just a ridiculous idea. Completely unnecessary. You have time to put reggae boys and reggae girls on the back, but you don't have time or you don't have the knowledge to say, you know what, we need to put numbers and names on the back of the player's jersey. More
Then
importantly,
what you should do is take out the reggae boys and put the person's name on the back of the jersey if that's the case.
that's it. Remove the reggae girls and
Reggae
remove
boys.
the reggae boys. When you're making this deal with Adidas, please go ahead and put a generic kit, even if it's a bespoke fit, meaning that it's tailor made to fit the women's body and the men's body. Just leave it empty. Let it be generic so that we can say, you know, I don't feel comfortable. I love the reggae boys. I love my country. I don't feel comfortable walking around with reggae boys on the back when the reggae girls make me feel so proud. I don't want that with this Adidas kit.
And not only that too, since the reggae girls were the last one to get the World Cup shirt, just actually say reggae girls. And the boys
If
wear it.
anything, if you think boys would want to, maybe they actually would. A matter of fact, maybe they missed the trick. Maybe a lot more men would actually say, "Yeah, let me go and buy the Reggae Girls jersey." So you
Yeah.
guys played yourself with that. It just goes to show further disrespect where the women's team is concerned. The fact that football fans like myself, we can't buy a generic jersey. Like I said, if I go over to the share tab once more, you guys will actually be able to see it for yourself. There you have it. You should be able to see it says Reggae Boys there at the top. That's the home jersey. If we click on the go down and click on the women's, you can clearly see again Jamaica women's over here on the far right, black. And if we zoom in, it clearly says Reggae Boys right there in yellow. Don't know if you guys can see it, Mikey and
60
Malik.
quid, yes, $60 for it.
Yes.
60
So
pounds. That's
so
more
so
than.
who gets who? Well, you wouldn't know anyway.
And then we have the kids. And if we click on the kids briefly, the kids say the same Reggae Boys. So whoever bright idea that is, please stay away from the drawing desk when it comes to the Adidas deal. Don't want you nowhere near it if those are the suggestions that you'll be coming up with.
It's something good I want to say about the Adidas deal is that, and whenever that deal comes true, is that Adidas is, you know,
Yeah, it's
uh is more better than what you call it, Umbro. They a bigger entity than Umbro, so they would have, more professional people making sure everything is right and better.
the thing is, Malik, I love what you've said, but when I looked at other Umbro jerseys, I've not seen that because we know Umbro they make kits for other club
Countries.
teams,
Yeah,
don't they? So, and I've
yeah.
not seen that, so that's why I'm led to believe that it was someone on our side meaning our country, the JFF who made that suggestion to put the, and you did it not once but twice. You made the mistake, horrendous mistake with the previous kit, the first kit with Umbro. Um, and like I said, it does say the boys on the back. I take it down to prove it to you guys.
No, you don't have to take it down, but more than I know that.
So you guys made a horrendous mistake first time round with the first kit, and then you thought, oh, okay, let's see if we can do things even more ridiculous, be more ridiculous, and of course, can't put nothing past you guys. You've actually gone and outdone yourself. I had a little bit of hope there that they wouldn't make the same mistake twice, but it's clearly not a mistake. It's there's intent there because there's no one there looking over them and no one with a football brain to say that's not acceptable. It
May,
should be generic kits.
no, maybe there's no female in high enough position to query.
I mean, unless my eyes are fooling me, I'm sure I've seen one or two females.
But they may not be in a position where they can say,
Ah,
well, that's not
understood,
right. Yeah,
understood to
yeah.
challenge. Understood.
Challenge. Yeah. See, when you have
Understood.
nobody, when you have six men looking at something, they're not noticing that. Oh, we have three or four female team too, so we can't just make everything regular boys.
Yeah.
You know what I
Just
mean?
just to touch on what Alvin Smith, Mr. Alvin Smith, I don't think the women's team actually, official team actually playing this. These are just fans' jerseys. I've not seen on the back of the women's official jerseys where it says the Reggae Boys on the back. Most
But
certainly not with this new kit, and I don't think I
but
saw it with the old kit.
but what they're doing this for this, because I'm sure a lot of ladies look at those jerseys that they're going to buy for 60 quid and say, but it's a Reggae Boys, it's a Reggae Girls I want. So they don't purchase it.
That's the reason why I don't purchase it, because I'm saying I
Exactly.
don't want
So
it to say Reggae Boys. I just want the generic kit. I
because
love the kit,
if
but I don't want to purchase it.
if I was going to buy one, if I'm going to say Mexico to go see a game, and I don't want to put on a Reggae Boys thing. I'll Reggae Girls. And if I
Yeah,
go into a Reggae Boy game, I put on my Reggae Boy.
exactly.
So it's two
Exactly.
different teams. I know it's one same country, but it's two different teams.
Like I think you hit the nail on the head there. What I would have done if that was the option, I would have done the black, for example, in the Reggae Boys, and the yellow with the Reggae Girls. So like you're saying, if I'm going to a Reggae Boys game, it says Reggae Boys on the back. If I go to a Reggae Girls game,
Girls game.
it says Reggae Girls on the back.
Yeah,
But there's no way I'm showing up to a Reggae Girls game with Reggae Boys written on
boys.
the back.
I just go buy a plain yellow
Utter
shirt and go.
stupidity.
I just buy a plain yellow shirt from from someone from a store and just go to the game because they're wearing yellow. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's ridiculous, and it's because I touched on this at the last World Cup cycle, and I was like, it says Reggae Boys on the back, and I did not want to make that purchase. Didn't want to make the purchase,
But,
um,
but
but because
Calvin Smith,
it's
with Calvin,
historic.
Calvin Smith here. Calvin, let me tell you something. You see, anytime you have too much meal testosterone in a one place, you're only gonna get meal things.
Hmm.
So because that's how us meal things sometimes. Sorry, but you have to get with the program. That's all we are. But we don't we just think meal. Women may say, well, maybe because we don't have babies. Guys don't have babies. Women do, so they think both ways. You know, guys only put the babies there. We don't deliver them.
But
So yeah,
but I wanted to say then you could also just get a jersey, like a Jamaica jersey, like that just say Jamaica like strictly on it. Like I got like a
yeah,
jersey.
yeah.
My aunt got me a jersey for when she's coming up here. I don't know what type of jersey. It's a Jamaica like soccer jersey, but I don't know for what competition or whatever. But
yeah.
it just says Jamaica across the
I
front.
I had the last Jamaican jersey I had was the '98 World Cup jersey.
Hmm.
That's the last one I had, and the rest of them when I went to Jamaica game, I just get the, I have a shirts I buy from Jamaica, yellow shirts. I said Jamaica, and them I just wear them to the games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let me see, the last Jamaica game I saw. Well, I saw the one in against Cayman, but the last one before that was when they played Croatia at Giant Stadium and got beaten 3-1, I think, or 2-1 or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, at Giants. No, it was not Giant Stadium. It was at it was at Giant Stadium at Red Bull Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so that's
Because
the
I was
reason
in
why
Jersey. Because I was in Jersey, I think in Giant Stadium.
the Giants, that's your NFL, your American football, right?
Right, but it's no longer Giant Stadium. They knocked it down and built a brand new stadium. It's called the MetLife Stadium. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know why, but the stadium looked perfectly good to me. They knocked it down. So you
So
know, money. I give you a little story about the United States. Yeah, so you have the New York Yankees, right?
mm-hmm,
The arch rival is the Boston Red Sox.
mm-hmm.
Don't forget the Mets.
Well, no, 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 no. Well, the Mets play in a different conference, but I'm talking about the rivalry between Boston and New
Yeah.
York.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened is that they built a new Yankee Stadium, and that this guy that lives in Boston or works or is a Boston fan bought a Boston jersey and cemented it into the stadium, the new stadium. Could you believe they spent what $3 million to dig that jersey out? The
How
Boston
much?
jersey,
Wow.
over 3 million US dollars to get the Boston shirt out of the cement at the stadium.
Them
Is
sick,
that,
them
yeah?
serious.
Them sick. $3 million. They dig down the whole stadium to fight.
Wow. Wow.
That's how dangerous a rival.
They're not playing about at all. They are not playing about at all.
To me, that's a waste of money, man.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, guys. Just to remind you all, we've got about 5 more minutes here
Yeah.
with you all. Just to remind you all, we're going to be introducing a WhatsApp calling show. I'm just working
Wow.
on that. Yeah, introduce a WhatsApp calling show as an option. I gathered that some of you want to have a say on our topic of conversation, but don't necessarily want to show your face on screen, which is absolutely.
The handsome face or pretty face.
Yeah, they don't want to show us their good looks. They're probably shy. So
No, you know why? You know why they
why?
want to show their good looks?
Why?
They don't want people find out whether they.
Oh,
And I wanted to touch on something Mr. Mikey said earlier too. He was talking about the under 14 team for
Yeah,
Jamaica. You
yeah.
know, recently I just had a cousin who this year just made the under 14 team for for the Reggae Boys, and he going to trial soon for the under 17 team
Yeah? Where he's stationed here in the US or in Jamaica? Where he
in
lives?
Jamaica. In
He lives in
Jamaica,
Jamaica. He lives in Jamaica. Okay, cool. My
yeah,
congratulations. See,
congratulations to him.
yeah. And to you, a family member made Jamaica team.
yeah, he played for Mount Pleasant Academy.
Okay, cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations to you and
yeah,
your family there, Malik. So
yeah.
yeah, like I said, I'm going to be introducing that hopefully relatively soon. I'm in the initial process there, looking at what equipment would work best, looking at the prices and so on. And then I will go ahead and make the purchase. Hopefully, I can make that as soon as possible because I think it would help with the engagement there between myself and you guys in the comment section. So look out for that. I don't know if you guys have any final words there for Malik and also Mikey, but do you fire away? Malik and Mikey, how you guys feeling?
Good. Yeah, that's a nice talk. Talk about Michelle. May she rest in peace. I know she's looking down on me now and saying, "Why you didn't say that? Why you forget to say that?" If tomorrow you see me, I'm gonna face twist. You know, she boxed me last night.
Oh
Or
God.
or maybe when we go check her years from now or whenever she made her slap me down back to earth. So
Someone in the comment section said it would be great to get one of Michelle's teammates on.
I I'm gonna try and find that. I don't want to say young lady anymore because I know she's married. That try and get a hold of her. And
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna ask Sophie. I know where Sophia works. That team that our teammate here that used to play for the Portuguese club.
mm-hmm.
I know where she works, and I will maybe drop by this week if she's still there, and maybe she knows one person or two person that played on that team. But
Yeah,
Sophie wasn't on that team. Sophie wasn't on that team though.
yeah. That would be
I,
nice if we can get a
I,
little bit more information.
yeah. So, but Sophie is funny. She's funny too. You know. Sophie. Yeah. I mean, believe me, Michelle was my sister, but she was fun. You know what I mean? She
Mm-hmm.
had my back. You know,
Yeah.
more than I had her back because I wasn't around her. But Kirk Kirk was like Kirk. People believe that Misha was actually Kirk's sister. You
The close,
understand me? Huh? They actually
the
thought she was a Brian and not a Ballin because they were together. They're like what you call bench and bottom. You know, everywhere. You know, after school. Kirk went to where did he go? Excelsior. And Michelle went to Meadowbrook. So it was yeah. Every time this time of year come around, I think about her on her birthday and other times because in front in my office I have a picture of her and my brother, so I see her, talk to her all the time. I'm
oh,
not crazy, people. I'm not crazy. But
Mikey, you can talk to yourself, just don't answer back. When you answer back, that's when you know you're a little bit cuckoo up
no,
top. Just don't
every,
answer back, Mikey.
every time there's something wrong, man, and I say something like somebody asks me, "What? No, Michelle." I'm saying, yeah, man, she come check me at night, man. If I say anything, but she slap me, man. Yeah.
Well, I
I,
think you've done well tonight, so I don't
a
think.
matter of fact, I'll tell you something. Matter of fact, because my mother was living here, my mother still in the same place. I went over there because my mother store stuff, and I said, I went in her room and I see I had our soccer balls were still there, our football
Oh,
boots were still there, and I said, Mommy, these things have to go now. It's been a long time. 'Cause my mother would have keep everything there forever. Our clothes is still there, you know.
oh.
So I said, no, 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 this have to go now. So I kind of do some spring, no, winter cleaning is not spring cleaning, it's winter cleaning.
She does have she has a lovely closet, so whoever gets their hands on that, they'll be balling out for sure. She has a
Yeah.
nice closet.
Oh, I forget. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you all this part before I go. She even started a band.
Did she?
Yeah. Well, yeah, she started it, but it didn't. She died before it really. She had
Oh,
drums. She was playing drums. She
oh,
she got into acting too. She did two off Broadway plays. That was
oh
actually
wow.
off Broadway. So she was all over the place. A busy, busy woman.
I love that. Football, physiotherapy, acting, playing musical
Music.
instrument,
Yeah.
bad up Mikey. She got it all in her locker.
But up, kick a credit, but a foot. I haven't
Miss-
seen her. I didn't see her do it, but I'm sure she did.
That is interesting. They both, in case you're wondering what that's all about, guys, they both played football together in Jamaica on the
Yeah.
same team there.
Not on the same field, not on the because she
On
depend
the
the
same
team on the same
field.
field.
My
Yeah, yeah,
apologies
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So that's where that one come from. In case you're wondering what's going on here, they played
yeah,
together at some point.
yeah, yeah. And
So,
so
guys,
she did a she lived for 40 years, and believe me, she lived better than I lived in my
40.
years on the earth so far. Huh?
Yeah, she soaked it up, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she had a good time. I mean, she had a good time. I mean,
Mm.
yeah. So I wish I was more outgoing like her and love of life. So she just take everything. And the only thing I say what she got from me is whatever bothered her yesterday is yesterday. That's one thing about my family. What is yesterday is yesterday. Can't bring yesterday into today.
Yeah.
You know. So no matter how much you see, we have a big heated argument today. Tomorrow's like it never happened. That just gone. That just gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that's what helps you keep looking so young, isn't it?
Oh, you mean Michelle?
Well, both of you, because you look like twins. You both look like twins.
Uh, I don't think we look alike. Why people always say I don't think we look alike?
I mean, I do think you look alike. If I bring up a picture of Michelle, this is Mikey's sister here, guys. Particularly this picture, definitely look alike. You don't think so, guys? In the comments section, you don't think Mikey and his sister look alike? You don't see the similarities, or is it just me? You
I
guys
see
can't.
it. I see it right here in this one.
Really, I see Mikey in this picture right here. This is literally
Yeah,
Mikey.
that one. Yeah.
This is definitely Mikey here. And Malik is saying he sees Mikey in this picture here. Let me know in the comment section, because
Hmm.
I don't think my eyes
Maybe
are.
because you have on glasses in that one. That's why you think so.
No, definitely not Mikey. It's just the face, the whole face.
Oh,
That's
okay.
definitely you. The
And we
smile as
also
well.
they also look like with our dad. So
Yeah,
they say
yeah,
we all look like him and shape like him, like my dad. Yeah.
yeah. You guys look like twins in that particular photo. So guys, before I go, I'm gonna give you guys your final Reggae Girls update. Two more games to report on. I only reported on one of them earlier on, so I did the Chelsea game over on my Instagram. So for those of you who don't follow my Instagram, now it's time to keep you in the loop. And if we go up top here, you can see the second semi-final of the FA Women's Cup. Let's remind ourselves that the other FA Cup semi-final was played yesterday, and that was Khadija Bunny Shaw's team coming out on top against West Ham. And you can see it here actually. If I could just go and give you guys a better representation there, because you're probably wondering what about the other game. So this was Bunny's game yesterday, and you can see there Manchester City came out on top, beating West Ham 4-1, and we had Bunny coming on there in that game. If you can see, cast your eyes right in the center there, Bunny coming on in the 72 minute, and she replaced Ellen White. And if we go and look at today's other semi-final, this one is between Arsenal and Chelsea in a London derby there. And you can see Chelsea came out on top 2-0 winners, netting the first goal in the 50th minute, and they followed that one up, doubled their lead in the 61st minute. And you guys are probably wondering, where is Drew Spence? Well, if I scroll down, you can see Drew Spence there placed on the bench. Not particularly surprised, given the number of minutes there at club level for Chelsea and Drew. Hopefully, I can see her in the cup final there at Wembley. Would love to see her get some minutes under her belt. Ideally, would love to see her start up against Bunny. In case you guys are wondering, when is the date for the final? Well, as things stands, the scheduled date is the 15th of May. You can clearly see to be decided there. So that should be around about maybe times. Hopefully there's no date shift. Hopefully we stay with the agreed date as things stand in that final there. Bunny versus Drew Spence. So that is Bunny and Manchester City versus Drew Spence and Chelsea in the FA Women's Cup final. And if we go up top here, we can see Rangers there taking on Hibs earlier on. This was around about 4 p.m. UK time, if I'm not mistaken. You can see there, this is a club belonging to Kayla McCoy and Chantel Swaby. And this one reads for itself. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read out the scoreline there for you guys. You can clearly see that Rangers completely hammered Hibs there, beating them 5-0. And some good news there, we had Chantel Swaby. She netted the third goal for the Gays as they put 5 past Hib. And guess what? With that result, if you cast your eye on the table, that's another winning result as they continue their unbeaten season so far in their league table in the Scottish Women's Premier League. You can see there 23 matches played, 22 won, 1 draw, 0 losses, sitting on 67 points. Their season come to an end in about 4 games times, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games time. Their season comes to an end in 5 games. No, 4 games time. My apologies. They've got Aberdeen coming up. They've also got Motherwell. They've got Glasgow City, and they end their season on the 15th of May against Celtic. So that is how we are looking in the women's football. If you want to learn more about the update there, the weekend of action where the Reggae Girlz is concerned, I advise you guys to go back and watch yesterday's live stream. I gave you guys a more extensive look into the Reggae Girlz. Also updated you on a few Reggae Girlz who are set to resume a new season or start a new season in the Canadian League. Also gave you a quick update on Tierney Wiltshire. So if you want to learn about those players and their particular leagues, also Shoshana Campbell as well, all those players, do go over to yesterday's live stream and dive in. Put your feet up and give it a watch. Before I forget my manners, you guys in the comment section, the ultimate 12th man, thank you so much for blessing me with a moment of your time. Thank you for keeping us company. Massive thank you again there for Kirk. Kirk came on earlier on to talk about his big sister, Michelle Ballin. Today's show was dedicated to Michelle Ballin, a trailblazer in women's football, particularly where Jamaican women's football is concerned. And I had the pleasure of talking to her bigger brother and her big brother. So that's Kirk and Mikey. Kirk did say that he will bounce back. He will swing back onto our platform at some points. Also, a massive thank you to Malik Mills there for coming on and cruising it with us for the best part of, let's say, call it 2 hours and 15 minutes. So thank you guys for blessing me with your time. Mikey and Malik, any final words?
I just have one question for you.
Go.
Manchester City. How many of those girls play on the English national team?
Wow. Okay, so I have to go back and look at Manchester. I know the reason why he's
Because I don't know. I don't understand why Bunya blaze up the net and then she can't start.
Yeah, I mean, their team is just ridiculous.
Unless the three, unless the three, but they're not even on top of the league.
Yeah, they had a rough start, if we're being completely honest there.
But if they were starting Bunny, it wouldn't be rough. It would be easy street now.
Well, would it be? Would it be?
Bunny's two a game. You know, them no know say Bunny's two a game.
Yeah, if I could bring up that team. You guys can see the screen?
No, not
No,
yet.
not yet. Just before you go, yeah, because I don't understand why she not starting.
And it wouldn't be so easy, Mike.
If she had, if she was a leading goal scorer last year at Paris, right, or where in France,
Border.
and she come to Manchester City, them can't even league, them can't even, them not even in the top three, and she can't start. They must have at least the three forwards and the person on the bench must be on British and English team.
Yeah, they are on the English team. I think we discussed this earlier on that she's gone to a team that does have quite more than a handful of players who represent their national side, and their national side being England. So it's obvious that they will be given the go ahead. And to be honest with you, their team is just stacked with quality. So it's not a case of they're playing with players that aren't deserving of being in the starting 11. She's in a tough position there in terms of competition.
Then she need to beg a move.
Something else.
She have to beg a move then.
So
ask to be traded.
If we look at these goal scorers here, we've got Lauren Hemp here. As you can see there, she's English. And if we scroll down for Lauren, you can see there that she plays for England. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Ellen White. You must know about Ellen White.
I heard that name.
And we know that she's also English and who she plays for as well. So that's two goal scorers so far out of the four. Mm-hmm. And if we look at Chloe Kelly, basically all their goal scorers English as well, and we can see their England national team and also Manchester City, and their squad is just stacked with players. Lucy Bronze, we all know about Lucy Bronze.
So why? My question is, if my team is so stacked, why would I buy a player like Bunny Shaw to come sit on my bench?
Well, it's all about competition and rotation, isn't it? If God forbid they lose someone like Ellen White, you won't have to worry too much because you've got Bunny there. If Ellen White isn't having a impressive season, then she will probably get dropped like bad habit, and Bunny will take her position. Mm-hmm. So it's a squad that is stacked with talent in terms of personality, capabilities, abilities. So I understand why Bunny is in the position that she's in. And yes, she is the lady that does the eye celebration. I think her celebration is like this, something like that. But yes, that is Ellen White. So yeah, you can't argue when it comes to talent with Manchester City. It's just Bunny's in a position where there's competition left, right, and center. And I can only think that it will be good for her in terms of that mental shift. Strengthening her mentality there when she solidifies herself in the Manchester City starting 11. It's going to be even more frightening stuff from Bunny.
Maybe next season, maybe this.
Yeah, because it's just, I mean, she's just tittering tittering out of her first full season there with Manchester City. Mm-hmm. So, it's understandable. We don't like it because we're biased. We want to see her play week in, week out, start week in, week out. But it's understandable the fact that she's in the position that she's in. But yeah, it'd be great for her mental strength. I'm sure she's not a person who's easily broken.
Yep. Okay. Well,
and also we have to remind ourselves that it's happened to one of our favorite players as well, Raheem Sterling. How many times has Raheem Sterling had to fight to return back to the Manchester City starting 11? So these things happen when you have super teams. When you have super teams, it can be a nightmare. But best of luck to Bunny and the rest of the players.
Yeah.
Well, my final thoughts is that, for one, Bunny should come to Chelsea and not be sitting on the bench. She need to be treated, like the superstar she is.
And then, Chelsea will be, I think, in all honesty, Chelsea will probably be the same potential outcome. because when you're looking at the league, it is neck and neck at the top of the league at the moment. If we look at the top of the league, it will be Chelsea and Arsenal that's sitting at the top of the league as things stand. No doubt you're going to see Manchester City back in the fold in terms of winning the league. Chelsea out in front on 1 point at the moment. Manchester City there on 35 points because they had a bit of a shaky start to their season, which is why they're
Is that
maybe.
my team? Is that my team up there?
Yeah, Manchester United are sitting in third at the moment, so it's tight. It's tight at the top. It's tight in terms of competition there. So I think if Bunny went to Chelsea, to be honest with you, I think it'll be more of the same because they just have ridiculously talented players. Maybe things might be a little bit different. Arsenal is stacked as well, but I personally think she could start for Arsenal. Maybe that's me being biased. Off the top four, you're probably looking at Manchester United, but it's just competition left, right, and center. If we're being honest with ourselves.
Hmm.
And then
Okay.
the other part of my final thought is that we're going to Wembley. You know, we're going to Wembley. and and I just want to say your team tried its best, Crystal. You know, better luck next year. You know,
Can't hear you. I can't hear you. Malik, say that again.
I would say it louder. I think your team right now.
Oh, good evening to Lance and Jojo. I hope you're having a smashing Sunday. Happy Easter to yourself and your family. Wayne, absolutely. I haven't seen you around here for a while. It feels like I haven't seen you for a while. So big up yourself, Wayne. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, do go ahead and hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to the platform, do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. As ever, we have Hot Chili with the Fighting Talk there for you Manchester United supporters. There's only one person on the stream that supports Man U. So this one is for you there from Hot Chili.
Yeah.
I will be back again during the week. Just need to weigh up if I'm going to be back tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I don't
You.
know.
I'm gonna say it again before you leave. My last thought is you love the night oil, boy. Like you love it. You love burn that night oil.
You know what? It's because of my viewing figures. My viewing figures tells me that it's best to come on live stream at a particular time. I
Yeah.
think if I did it off my UK time, I would miss people like yourself because you're probably at work and so on. So
Yeah.
remember, like I have to create content that's centers that is central to your time zone rather than mine.
Well, my work is anytime. I work from home.
Yeah. Well, Malik,
Yes.
Malik would probably be at work, or guys in the
Yeah.
comment section, Hot Chili, they're probably at
Well,
work. Rochelle's probably at work.
I
My
wouldn't
my
be I
my
wouldn't be at I wouldn't be at work as of right now. I'm on, full time vacation right now. I'm living my
uh,
best life.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, Malik would be at school, okay?
yes,
Malik would be at college. So that's the reason why the times are so late for me and
yeah,
not too late for you guys. Um,
yeah. I
there.
am semi-retired right now, so
I can't wait to reach those amazing ages, big people age. Those are the gifting age from
I
God.
yeah.
I don't
I've
I
been working out of my basement for the last 10 years, so I'm good. So
That
I'm
must
good.
be one impressive basement, or you're working really
No,
slow,
it's
Mr. Bad.
it's kind of junky, kind of junky. It's my manhole, my man dive. Yeah,
Your man cave.
yeah. Yes, my wife say, why don't you just fix this up and put a TV down here so you can just chill? You say, yeah, it's a good idea that, maybe the next 2 years I get around to that.
I like that. Why can't we have
Huh?
a woman cave? Or is that just the living room? I don't like the idea of just being. I like what the man cave looks like.
Listen, man, listen.
well, that's what I see with the man cave. You got the man got his TV. It's a space where you get away from the woman,
Oh
so she don't
wow.
be nagging in your ear and nagging
So
and
we can't have a
fucking.
woman cave. Are you guys against that or what?
No, no, see, men don't nag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, sorry, lady.
see the girls in the comment section that's leaving me by myself. This is why you need to come on here and join me in unison and actually help me to fight my battles against the guys because I'm always outnumbered. Um I
Isn't
feel like
that true? Isn't
I,
that true?
I feel like you guys nag more than women. One thing, you guys were a little bit crazy though, because
No,
no, you
no,
guys
no.
are, because I don't know if it's just a UK thing, but
It's
guys
a
over
UK thing. It's a UK thing.
Yeah, that's UK.
it's a UK thing where you guys, I'm gonna categorize you all. You all come up with your own illness. The guys come up with their own illness. So over here, I don't know if they have it in Jamaica or in the States where they
Yeah.
have the man flu. First
Yeah.
of all, there's no such thing as the man flu. You're just sick like everybody else. But apparently to men, they have the man flu.
It's a
Where
British thing. I tell you, it's a British thing.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of that one. Listen, listen. I remember my cousin came over from England, right? I just said, man, my boyfriend done in my head in. I'm like, what?
I just said he's doing her head in.
Yeah, I said, I was saying, doing her head. What she mean by that? What she mean by that? I'm like, I said, repeat that again.
Doing my head in. Basically, he was getting on her nerves.
Yes, because he didn't want her to come over, so he's calling every minute. He's doing my head in.
That's the one thing I don't get with men. Their whole little man flu doesn't
Yeah.
exist, but I don't know why you guys have given yourself your own illness. But yeah, apparently that's a thing. It's not, but according to them, it is.
It's a British thing, that British.
You guys don't say that over in the States?
No, we don't
No.
get sick. We just say, baby, we need a break.
we just leave out the house, you know.
We don't, we just say, baby, we need a break. And you just leave.
Well, for the women in the comment section, there is hope in this world. Apparently, it's just a British thing. So yeah, they do say they have the man flu. Apparently, it's only a British thing. So that's good. Because I can't work with that. I can't work with this whole man flu. And then they start acting like big babies. What's that all about?
Well, that is us, you know. We want little petting, you know, little loving and things. So yeah, little baby. It's all in the brain game.
Sometimes you guys should know that we change the conversation a bit. Once we've spoken about everything that we need to cover topic-wise, sometimes we change. You guys in the comment section are probably wondering what we're talking about. We change the conversation ever so often.
We'll leave it a lighter note.
Yes, leaving on a light note there for you guys.
Chris, I wanted to ask you something before we go, because you know, I just like to hear, you know, when how females and British talk. Do you have like one of those full-fledged British accents?
I don't. Well, I can't hear my. I think that's down to you guys to decide, really and truly.
It's like I hear like that patois mixing with the British.
Yeah,
yeah.
No. You see, she wasn't born there, so she had the patois still in her.
That's probably something he wasn't aware of, Malik.
And not only that, to Malik, let me tell you something. All like a fancy English that here she thought, don't drag her tongue, because she gets St. Thomas on you in a second. Why are we a chat talk? That is, I have seen it so many times in this country. All these ladies look so nice in their suit and prim and proper until somebody mash them can. I said, oops, I didn't know that could come out of her mouth.
You know why I'm laughing? Because when you was describing your sister,
yeah,
you were like, and she's bad with her mouth as well. I was like, oh, that reminds me of someone.
Yes.
I was like, that's like 99% of like Jamaican women. You don't want to go up against them. And we have to fight, we have to stand our guard, and you know.
You hear what Gregory said? You see what Gregory said? That is so true.
That is why in the States, having a man cave is the best thing. That's the only part of the house the man is in control. I'm not against your man cave. I'm saying, why can't the women have their own little cave as well?
No, but guess what? Listen, if you have 10 rooms in the house without a man cave, the woman's in charge of all 10 rooms. Get your man cave, that's the only room you're in charge of. You do what you want to do. She can't.
So why we can't have a woman cave?
Because we don't nag. Because men don't nag.
Yeah, we don't nag. So you guys, and if we
but I've already said that you guys come up with your own illness. That's
that's not nagging.
But hold on. We gonna do this. We gonna do this for her, Mikey. Okay, in London, the woman in London, y'all can have a man cave. But over here and in Jamaica, since we don't nag, y'all don't really need a man. Once I got the living room, because we in the opposite room, y'all can stay in the living room.
I don't want to be in the living room though. Sometimes I want to be in the man cave. I want to be there
No,
watching the
No, no,
football.
no. You can say you could be in the bed. You could go in the bedroom. Tell your boyfriend you can go in the bedroom or the
Your
party
your
done.
your missus is gonna be going head to head with you if she likes football and you're telling her she can't come in the man cave.
But no, the man cave is only for the man cave. It's only for the man.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
what if
for
she wants to watch
like
football in the man cave?
well,
it does.
then it don't work because then you disrupted my peace. That's like my piece of heaven on earth. You going into you go
The only place you get a little peace.
because let me say it like this. It's like this. Okay, say if
Actually, have the
you
right idea. All other rooms are women caves. There, right.
yeah
There you go.
yeah yeah. Cause say she come in your man cave. Say you watching basketball, she come in your man cave, or you watching American football, and she doesn't understand it. She gonna be like, so what's
But
this
but what
play?
I'm saying,
How you gonna do that?
but that's what I'm saying though, Malik. Imagine you're with someone who understands her sports and she wants to watch it with you in your man cave. Why can't she come in your man cave?
Okay, I'll tell you what. Chris, I'm going to answer that question. If I'm watching football and I'm
Mm-hmm.
with my sister Michelle, she can come in my cave because she understands it.
Okay.
Now, if I'm watching football and my wife comes in the room, I won't be watching football. I'll be answering her questions. And then guess what will happen? I'm going to get up and I'm going to go somewhere else. Is
and,
this true?
and then Chris, the answer this: how many women in the world understand sports?
Yeah.
I would
Plenty. I've
I would
listen.
I would say
I've you use this YouTube as your template. I guarantee you there is more women that understand their football based off what I have heard just on YouTube alone and in reality. Plenty more women understand their football than you could ever
Yes,
imagine.
but I think if there's a million women living in this world, right? I would tell you that 50% of them understand football.
What's the
If there's a
percentage for men?
95%.
yeah,
No, it's not.
95. Yeah.
90,
No, it's
okay,
not.
okay, I'll give you a 90 then.
No, no, you're gonna have to bring that back. It's nowhere near that high. I've listened to men talk football, and I said to myself, I can't
No,
believe
no,
what I'm
no,
listening
no,
to.
no, 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 no. Well, look, all right, understanding it, okay. Watching it and knowing when a goal score and why the referee called offside.
It's not
Those simple little things.
99%. No, it can't
95,
be
not that
90.
95%,
No,
90,
it's not
95%.
95%. It's like you're giving them way too much
The
credit.
tactics and and all that kind of stuff and the technical part, I would say maybe 60%.
Yeah.
And you're bringing it
Oh,
down that
no,
way.
I'll take no. Stick a pin in it. So what you're saying is when it comes to talking sense, the women talk it better. That's fine, Mikey.
No,
Mikey's
no,
fine. I
not.
live with that. My kids,
I
I
tell,
live
I,
with
I tell you what. I tell you what sport the woman know much more than men about.
what
Netball.
Yes.
this guy.
Or
Rochelle will
or
agree with me. Is
Eh?
I'm being outnumbered.
Valley
Netball.
what's
Definitely
it
not
called?
95%. Hell no.
What's
I've
that
listened.
sport you
I've
play
And
on
listened
and
the
to some
and
beach?
and
That's
listen
that's
to this. The only sport that men are even women when it come to percentage is jacks.
Jax.
Yes. You remember jacks?
You see, and I like what Michelle says. Michelle says not Michelle. Sorry, Rochelle says I always um want to learn more. I don't know if that's the same when it comes to men.
Yeah.
I just find that the more I listen to men, and it's not all men, but I just feel like some of you don't know what you're talking about. Not you guys on the screen or you guys in the
You
comment
see?
section, but
That's why we don't want man cave. Okay, you went to us, we don't know what we're talking about. Don't want man cave.
Miss Michelle, you see what your brother is doing to me on my own platform. Have a word of him later on, please.
and
Have a
did you
word.
and did you see what Gregory Reed said? Because I like what he said it right after Miss Marcel comment.
Listen, but you know what? All in all, though, we can't live without each other,
Yeah.
men and women. So, but you need a little time. Everybody did that little space,
Mm-hmm.
and if we want space, we can't get it in the bedroom, we can't get it in the living room, dining room, and we can't get it
Hmm.
in the bathroom. So we need our cave. That's why I
Like
call it a cave.
especially like with
We
Mr.
turn off the
Gregory Red.
lights. We turn off the lights and watching sport. We
No,
have our
she's not, Gregory. I guarantee you. You guys need to rate my gender a bit more. I guarantee you, that's not the case. Gregory Reed, I guarantee you that's not the case.
see.
I don't,
You see, I just told you that you stop watching the game and you're watching you're talking to her.
yeah, but I'm sure you've been watching. You've had a time where you've watched football with one of your boys, and you're thinking, "Him not know nothing about football," because this
No,
is
sir. No,
knowledge is
all
a
of my
lack
friend
of
them,
Nah,
no,
no,
Mike.
all of my
nah.
friend them football bright. Me not talking to man on a football bright. You bad man. The man that watch netball or something like that. Me not
I
talking to them
don't
man there.
believe you. I
Yeah?
definitely don't believe you. There are some football fans, male football fans, and I've listened to them, and I just think to myself, "Wow,
You know,
um, you
I,
don't
Chris,
know you much."
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what the problem was there. You know what the problem was there?
What?
They want to be with you, so them go and let them know football.
But they don't know. I can
That's
see that they
exactly
don't
because
know.
they want to be with you. Not also the football game. They just want to be around you. So they go and let them know football. I'm not trying to tell you how man work.
It's embarrassing. No, Jairus. Jairus, have a word with your gender for me. Have a word.
But I
They,
can't. Well, I mean, I can't really say that embarrassing because you. I mean, if you see a nice pretty lady and you want to be in her company, then act like you know football, or
All right,
or you be like, okay, oh, she like football. I'm gonna act like I know football, even if I don't
no,
all
know
right.
but I'm talking about men who say they watch football week in, week out and watch a team. But when you're talking to them about football, sometimes the football conversation goes deep and we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to like say, for example, say we're trying to um figure out where our football federation has gone wrong over the years and how to make progressive steps. Stuff like that. It's just like you don't have the depth of knowledge to even carry the conversation. Or if we're saying, why is the women's team performing better than the men's team, or vice versa, they just, from my experience, a lot of them just don't have the depth of knowledge to carry the conversation. They just
Chris,
lash out and go off on a little,
yeah. All right, Chris. I'm going to latch off and go off a little thing. Years ago, in the early 2000s, Jamaica was playing a game at the Miami Bowl in Miami. It was a Friday night game, I think. And I tell my wife, you know what? I'm going to fly down to Miami Friday morning and I'm going to come back Saturday morning early. She said, why? I said, watch the football. You can fly down to Miami to watch a football game? It's sports. It's football. And she tell all our friends them, and it's like that. I can't believe he's going to spend all this money to watch a football game. I'm like, what's wrong with these ladies? They spend all this money going to hairdresser to spend 5 hours in a hairdresser's chair.
yes, Mikey, preach,
Eh?
This you see
preach.
what Hot Chili is saying. Hot
What
Chili,
is
that's where I'm coming from. It's not all um men. It's not 95%. I'm not having you guys say it's 95%. It's way less than 95%. I think it's you're saying 95% because it's expected that men know their football. But I think you'd be surprised. There's a few of them out there that they will have you hitting your head against the wall because their knowledge is not where it should be, and they also think that they know more than they actually know. So
well?
I
I mean,
disagree.
I'll give it that some ladies know more than some men,
I
but
like
I
that.
think but I know that most men know more than most ladies. You would
Yeah,
give me
we
that,
can
right?
work with that. We can work with that then.
Okay, thank you very much.
Actually
Listen,
saying 90%. All right.
all
But
Okay.
right.
but she but CC Sports Lab says something that's make a lot of sense.
Men go to women football games more than women themselves. Depends on the country. Depends on the country. I don't think you can say that for women's football in this country. I think it probably depends on the country, but I wouldn't say that's
I
factual for this country, as
here
in the UK.
here in the States, more women go to female basketball games than men do.
Well,
I
More.
you
know that.
know,
Huh?
female basketball games. It's like you watch it, they can't even dunk. So it's like, what's the point
No,
of
no.
watching that?
But Malik, I will tell you this: the female game is a much better game than the male game because they play natural basketball. They don't use the testosterone stuff. I mean, if you watch a female, if you want to teach a young person who's just seen basketball for the first time,
Mm.
what game you take it to? A female game or a male game?
I'm gonna take him to a male game.
No, because male game is about individualism most of the time. Female game is about team. True.
Well, I mean,
They
you
move
can
the ball.
say.
They move the ball more. They move the ball
Mm.
more than the men. The men is about one on one. Female play more natural basketball game than the male does. It's cleaner. It is just pure.
But can I ask you this? Was you sorry to take it all time from but would you rather a player who only know how to do layups or can dunk and do layups?
I want to play that can put the ball in the basket whenever they shoot. Whether it's dunking, shots, jump shots, layup, no matter what. Because a player like Shaq who can dunk out the life out of a ball can shoot a free throw.
Well, you got to look at the position. He's a center, so he that wasn't something. But like now, but if you look at most centers now, since most centers now are like undersized 6'11"
Yeah.
and up, they know how to shoot 3-pointers now. But
Yeah.
back then,
The,
they was
the, the
all
game has changed. The game has
yeah.
changed. The game is now not under the basket game anymore. It's a from what's his name? Curry
Steph
came into the
Curry.
game.
Yeah.
Steph Curry came. You still want to start guarding people from when they inbound the ball on their side of the court. Because they may
Yeah.
start shooting from up back. They should start shooting from back there now in the next 5 years.
Crystal look like she a Steph Curry fan. Crystal look
Yeah.
like she be watching Steph Curry
Well,
every time.
well, Malik, I think we should make Krista get to her bed because she's burning that night oil, boy.
I do actually I watch NBA now and again when I can. The painful, I mean, if I want to watch Golden States, they're literally on like the other side of the world to me
Yeah.
in terms of their time
That-
zone.
Yeah,
So
8 hours ahead. 8
yeah,
hours
that's a,
behind, yeah.
that's a painful one to watch
Yeah.
that, but I watch it when I can. For the playoffs, I'm gonna try and see if I can tune into the playoffs and
Well,
then see.
I'll let this be known. I'm not watching the playoffs. 'Cause my team is not in it, so I'm not
Who's
interested.
your team?
I'm in New York, man. What do you think?
What's
The
most?
Nets.
It's two New York teams. I know you.
There's only one. There's only one New York team. The other team is a pretender.
He like the Knicks. Well, my team.
I'm a Knicks fan.
My
You're a
Listen,
team.
Knicks.
I'm a Knicks. Listen, if
Okay.
the Knicks have a high school team playing for them, they're sold out. The Nets can't even sell out the stadium.
True. But yeah, my.
You understand me?
Well, I mean,
So-
now they sell another stadium because they got KD and Kyrie. So they
Yeah,
sell
well,
another
yeah. You know, so but the Nets is a stepchild. Okay.
Gregory,
But-
why are you fighting me? Me and Rochelle are on the same team as this, Mr. Reed. You can't fight me on this, okay, sir? I'm still sticking by my guns. I know plenty of women, plenty of female friends who know football like the back of their hands.
Okay, Crystal.
Better than men.
Okay, Crystal. This is the question. How we going to solve the problem now?
Mm-hmm.
How many female friends you have? Just think of a number.
That
Good,
knows their
what-
football.
No. Female friends that you have, whether they know
Okay.
football, netball, or jacks. Just
Okay.
about 20, including acquaintances. 30.
Probably including acquaintances. We can probably look at maybe depends on what your definition of friendship is. So let's mix that with acquaintances.
Yes.
Keep it between say 15, 20.
Okay, 20. Now,
Mhm.
out of the 20 friends you have, how much of them know football?
One of them.
Okay, all right. 100%.
One of them.
I knew she was going to say that.
I know, Chad.
Every last one of them.
So, Crystal,
Malik,
this is the,
Malik,
Crystal, hold
Malik.
on, Mike.
Yeah.
I want to tell you this. So, Crystal, this is what we want you to do. One or two of them, and write them on the next show.
Do you want them? You want a schooling?
We want to investigate. We need to investigate.
I'm telling you,
how-
100%. Every last one of them. And
Oh,
I don't just want to do that because I know some men in us, some men are a little bit hit and miss. They might
Yeah.
think, oh no, I'm not going back over to Talawa TV because the girls them up
Yeah.
like 7 and kind of a little bit frightening and intimidating for some men.
You see
Wait,
what
hot-
Hot Chili said?
Yeah, he's taking exception to what I said. Stepchild.
No, I'm not talking about the comment that Crystal made. He said something about what Crystal said too.
Actually knows I'm right though. Actually knows that I'm right.
But Malik, what I was trying to say, you hear she say? When she said, how many? She said, the whole of them, Jamaican
Yeah.
just pop out upon her a while ago. The British gone. The Jamaican just come out and she get bring up. Yeah.
Every last one of them.
It's
Trust.
the real.
But that's just some. No, yeah, that's one of the things that irritates me the most. When certain people don't know their football and they strike up a conversation, it does my head in. Completely
So
does my
so
head in.
so Crystal, so when you have a little cheese party at home in your living room, a cheese and wine, and all your girls' friends come over, you all talk football all the time, right?
Football.
Yes, you all talk football. On the
What else
football.
is there? What else
Oh,
there is there to talk about?
Maybe talk a little netball, a little soap
Nah, we
opera,
don't
a
deal with netball.
soap opera.
I went to my first professional netball match at the beginning of the year,
Yeah,
and it was actually Jamaica versus England. Other than that, I haven't.
yeah.
The last time I touched netball was when I was in secondary school. That was
Okay,
back in maybe what
see,
2010 times.
but
everybody
Chris,
saying invite your friends, Chris. You see, everybody saying invite your friends. Even Rochelle
I
on
will do
board.
this, Rochelle, if you promise to come on live at the same time as them.
and defend the female gender.
Yeah, God, you can't let me fight the battles for the women all by myself, Rochelle. Say if you do it, if
Look at
you
her
agree
face,
to come on live stream, I'll be the
Rochelle.
one on live stream
Rochelle,
as
look
well.
at Crystal's face. All those slaps she's getting from us. You see that she's hurting real bad. You need to come bail her out.
Matter of fact, this is gonna be my final live stream. I'm not coming back until Rochelle agrees to actually come and join me and help me fight our battles.
Yeah. Crystal, nobody go for no sports right and no right football and for come talk we and
But
you
yeah,
mash you up.
she
but
Well,
gonna get
come,
get
come.
one. She gonna get one. She gonna get
Look,
one of
Crystal,
her
as soon as she
colleagues.
come on, no, as soon as she come on, Crystal, me go Google her. Next,
no,
me go Google see
Mikey.
which
But
TV
Mikey,
station and
it's the way
media she
you
work
laugh
for.
at me, so me must get rid of my friends. Them now and go befriend some random stranger.
She gonna bring on her colleagues.
Yeah,
They gonna
go
all.
get. Then when you Google, say New London Mail Sports Report. I'm saying, ah, what the
Oh,
Yeah, we gonna Google her. So she come on, we gonna Google her.
Mikey, you're
Yeah?
a real politician. Mikey, shift the goalpost. You can't shift the goalpost when the agreement.
We don't wanna go, we don't wanna New York, we don't wanna London Mail or London whatever Times or whatever sports reporter.
London Daily.
This is the person I hang out with. I must say. So baby. Oh well, I said to Crystal before tonight. About 3 months ago.
Oh, oh, oh.
Well, that
So
would be
we're
high
we're
class.
gonna question her, we're gonna draw out the truth out there. So make sure you come prepared and you actually can write on the notes and have on the notes correspond before you come on.
You
You
gonna
guys, you guys, listen. You guys made an agreement. I'm not doing no more deals with Malik and Mikey. Malik did the same thing, and then when the people in the comment section draw out Malik said put it on the tab. Now we have
yeah.
Mikey. It's the M's. It's the M's. The M's. Them.
tab.
They're a
Is the
problem.
East Coastman, East Coastman.
Yeah, it's the tab. It's on the tab, but you also got something on the tab too now. Cause all too lost.
You move in the goal. Rochelle is asking, "Am I doing a live tomorrow?" I might be.
If she's coming on.
Yeah, Rochelle. There you go. If you agree to come on, then yeah, we'll do a live stream
And
tomorrow.
Mikey and Malik promise not to bite.
We would do the one we do a live stream 1 hour about soccer. The next hour about something that make everybody night. This conversation made my night.
That's good, man. This is fun. You
Yeah,
see,
this is.
Yeah.
we
I,
talk
I
we
enjoy
talk
doing my
soccer.
live stream.
We talk soccer, and I know some people come and say, "Well, you should be talking football." But yeah, we talk football every day of the week, and we must have fun sometimes. Can't be all serious and everything.
That's
So
true.
it's good to change it up, and this will make more people willing to come on and enjoy. So that nobody will bite them. We're good.
Why
And
is Gregory beating me up in the comment section? What did I say now? I said quite a lot. What did I say that he says isn't true?
He probably talking
They
about how
did
you should.
change the goalpost.
You probably talking
Mikey
No,
about how
changed the
you,
no.
goalpost.
You see,
Mikey
you
said,
see, you
"Get
see.
your
No, no,
friends."
no, 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 no. You see, Gregory knows that he went go query all your 20 friends and see which one is the smartest one to bring that one up.
I told you. See, you know how when you go on Google and you
Yeah,
type in London Daily
yeah,
Daily News.
yeah,
That's the one she gonna bring on.
You
yeah.
know, you
She
guys in the
going
comment section, you see how I told you that the guys they get intimidated. You
she going
see,
she
they
gonna
move
look,
the
look
We're not
goalpost.
intimidated.
look
Listen,
she gonna tell us she gonna tell us all about when Jack Grealish was in elementary school.
no, 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 no. Crystal, if you want to bring on the sports editor for one of them big tabloids, bring her on. We will know if she know football.
Say that again.
Bring on the sports editor for any tabloid in London you want to bring on. We would know if she know football.
She like the back of her hand, like the
Well, she
back
better.
of
'Cause
her.
we going to find out. We going to find that out. We're
Yeah,
going to pull her out.
I was actually gonna do that. I
You
was
see what I mean? She was going for the smartest one. You see?
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I was gonna
I do
um
remember she said she was gonna bring on someone who knows something about female football the other day. It seemed like you
yeah.
bring her on.
Yeah.
You know what? It's someone completely different. So they're two different people. I tell you, said the thing just lock. Anybody may go for them just right up there. I
Anyway,
told you
guys,
that.
I'm going to have to run. So
See you
I'll
later,
catch you
Mike.
next. All right, then. Okay, then.
I'm
Bye
gonna
bye.
send you a message, Mikey.
Okay.
I don't know if you're
All
gonna
right.
be asleep by then.
Okay, then. All right. Cool,
All
cool.
right.
Bye, guys. Have a
Take
good
All
care,
night.
right,
Mikey.
Okay, bye.
thank you,
You
Yeah.
Mikey, for telling us about your sister. We
You're
yes,
welcome,
appreciate
man.
Mikey.
it.
Okay. All right,
Enjoy
then.
that.
Okay.
Take
Bye.
care, Mikey. Good night. So Rochelle says no, I wasn't asking. Oh, maybe Rochelle's telling us to do a live tomorrow. I could. I could. Is there any football being played tomorrow? Let's see. If not, I'll have to think of a completely different. Um, let's see who's playing football tomorrow. Big Easter. Somebody must. Okay, but this is Tuesday. Tuesday, Liverpool and Manchester United are playing. Big weekend coming up. Not big weekend. Big week of football, men's football. That is Liverpool, Manchester United on Tuesday. Wednesday, Chelsea and Arsenal.
Oh,
Um,
we gotta do a live stream for that
there's
game.
a few big matches coming up. Take care, Rochelle. Good night to yourself. So, you guys in the comment section, I still think you need to work on your maths. The men in the comment section work on your maths. I'm telling you, more women know football than you could ever imagine, and not 95% of you men know football. That's no, that's not right. It's
It's
not right.
95. 95.
Tonight's show, guys, was focused around Michelle Ballin, a trailblazer for women's football. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I definitely did. Massive thank you to Kirk, Mikey, and Malik for coming on and having a conversation around our trailblazer there where women's football is concerned. Before you guys leave the broadcast, please do go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you are just a marinated supporter of myself and you are familiar with the channel, do go ahead and hit the like button. Any final words from yourself, Malik?
Any final words from me is that I just love, being a part of this family and being on this show. And I just hope, you keep pushing out the good content and I could be along for the ride.
Definitely. My apologies, Rochelle. My apologies. Yeah, Mikey's gone. If Mikey will be back at some point during the week. I'll say some point in during the week. I don't know. Mikey will be back whenever Mikey's available. Um, and also you guys in the comment section don't want to name nobody, don't want to draw no one. Rochelle Brown. Then if there's someone in the comment section of that name there, Malik. Um, Rochelle, Hot Chili, Gregory, J. Ross has already blessed us with his face. He's already shown us his face. The rest of you guys in the comment section, I'm looking at you. Hopefully, when I start the WhatsApp
Don't
calling, you
don't
guys.
forget Tennessee Lewis.
Tennessee, yes, Tennessee Lewis blessed us with his face as well. CC Sports, I already know what you look like, so it would be nice if you could come on my platform at some point. As for the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. If I'm not back tomorrow, I probably will be back tomorrow. Um, I hope that you guys have a fabulous Monday. Should be a bank holiday Monday if you're in the UK and in Jamaica. So make sure it's a good one. Eat enough, put your feet up, enjoy, and brace yourself for a busy week ahead. Until next time, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
I'm Don Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.